Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. I am Videos, and welcome back to Starsector. We're gonna jump in right now, although I do want to preface this with a really big lightning bolt just hit, not far away. Like, based on sound, it's what, a mile a second that it moves or something like that? So, like 2 miles away? So, not sure if I'll be keeping my power on for much longer. Gonna preface that at the start of the stream here today. Also, I need to turn OBS down. So I forgot OBS. I turned it up for Project Zomboid, because Project Zomboid's a pretty quiet game. There we go. Okay. What were we doing last time? I believe we were starting the story missions, were we not? Yes, the Calator Archive. So, getting into the Hegemony. Hegemony's Ministry of Technology Standards, which we need to talk to Rayan Arroyo in the Hybracell system. Or recruit Celia Carus, a former academician of the Glacia Academy who went into hiding after the Hegemony crackdown in Glacia. So both of these are relatively close to us, but let's hit Hybracell first, the Calator Archive. Which we should... we need to pick up some fuel. We'll talk to the Darren Cube mining station. See if they've got any fuel for us to purchase. Also, we could sell off a good number of stuff here. Or a good amount of stuff here. We can sell off these organs that we got from a legal source. Look, it's not our fault the life support on those pods failed. We can drop a bunch of this stuff off in the black market, although we don't really need to, because we do have a exorbitant amount of money currently, if you remember from our last stream. Let's keep the volatiles. They're only worth 107 here, so what, 1,000-ish? Yeah, 3,000-ish at the moment. It's about 1,000 a stack. Yeah, 1,000 per 10. Yeah, that seems reasonable for us to just keep at the moment. Let's go ahead and sell off the Sarissa. Sarissa bombers? Overleveled defensive fighter model. I'm not familiar with this one. Canister flak system is effective against both incoming missiles. Oh, it's the canister flak, so it's the same thing as the Manticore, except on a fighter. That's interesting. That's an interesting little idea. Oh shit, that's more lightning. Oh boy, I hope my internet stays. I hope my power stays, honestly. I'd rather not lose power and internet tonight. Let's see. Oh, we grabbed an auto pulse laser as well. So it's a Tachyon Lance, Hammer Barrage, and a Gauss Cannon. And also the Dragonfire DEM Torpedo. Yeah, there's that. Also an Hephaestus Assault Gun, too. We got a bunch of stuff last time. We don't want the Sarissas. I think I'm okay without them. We don't want Piranhas. We're good without the Claws. We'll drop those off. And we will head out from here. We pretty much picked up everything we wanted here. Let's see if they've got anything useful ship-wise, because as we should always keep an eye out for fun ships. Whoa. That's a really destroyed wolf. There's a carrier, or a cruiser. That's what I meant to say. No, I don't think we need anything here. Let's head off to Onkria. See if they've got any additional fuel and supplies we can carry. Because remember, we have the Hyperion in our fleet, consuming an extra supply of friggin'... What's this? Delivering harvested organs. Okay, it's a smuggler. But not a pirate smuggler, just an independent smuggler. Good lord, okay. Let's see. Goods, I would like some fuel, some supplies, please. 100, please, thank you. And, more fuel. Hopefully the Dockmaster doesn't notice that I picked up some fuel from nowhere. Also, let's open the comm directory to Howard Evans here. I'd like to turn these AI cores, please. Because I don't want to get scanned with those on my inventory. to cut the link, and I don't have anything else illegal in my inventory, right? Nope, nothing else illegal in my inventory. Okay, we are good to go. Leave. You gonna scan us? You are not gonna scan us. Okay. Let's head out to the jump point then. Jump to hyperspace. Okay, and first stop is Hybrasil. It's right here. Ooh, hang on, what's this thing? I'm always curious about derelict ships. It's a derelict venture. Ooh. It's heavily damaged. Not gonna bother recovering it, but I will take its stuff. Thank you, random venture, for the stuff. Analyze the domain error probe for the pirates. Yeah, I think I'm good. Not working for pirates. Survey barren bombard world and an irradiated giant. Any of these in interesting places. Another one down here. We do a lot of missions down here, it feels like. Let's do exploration missions. Ooh, holy moly, there's a lot of exploration missions. Oh, a lot of it is actually just data that we are aware of. Ice Giant, Irradiated World, and Barren Bombarded World. The Ice Giant could be useful. It's very far out there, though. Moment, I'm okay not taking any more missions. Weapons cache, you say? So weapons cache located in the heart of the Lang star system. That's very far away. Hello, Hybrasil. We're headed towards Eco Berez, which is right here. No. Yes, turn the transponder on. We don't want to piss off the Tri-Tachyon Corp. Hello, ladies and gents. We're here. Open a comm directory. Ooh, a mercenary officer, but it's a story mercenary officer. Rain Arroyo is the person we're here looking for. Your comms officer connects your personal terminal to the local network. You activate the auto-suppression field around your command station and enter the comms ID provided to you by Provost Baird. The animated logo of some Tri-Tachyon sub-department makes a half rotation before the call is answered. Arroyo here. Who's talking to me? Ryan Arroyo looks you over as if examining a starship hull for scratches. He seems to find something he doesn't quite approve of in you. Who gave you my comms ID? He demands. I'm told you can help me solve a problem. Solve a problem, he says, as if it's a matter far beneath worth of his attention. I don't solve problems, buddy. I pay people to solve problems for me. You got problems? Go talk to the shipyard and get your oxygen leak fixed. I don't care about your problem unless your problem is 7 or 8 figs of cash in an account that you need put to work. I mean, I do have that much money. I do. He's starting to shout. You get the impression that he enjoys this sort of upbraiding. Done wasting my time? Now tell me who gave you my number because I'm going to fire them right after I cut this link. Provost Anita Bard. For just a moment, you think you see a wave of panic cross across Arroyo's face. It's replaced by a cocky grin. Oh, of course, the Glacier Academy Endowment Fund. How could I forget? Here, he taps something in the comms displays an incoming set of coordinates with the code of landing beacon. Take a shuttle down. We can touch base about the fund. I'm sure the Provost has exciting plans, and I want to hear all about them. He lifts his eyes upward for a moment and lowers them again to look directly at you. In person. He carries his on as if this was all perfectly expected. Ever been planet-side? Doesn't count if it's just the arcologies. I'll give you a tour of my chalet. Spectacular views. You'll love it. See you soon. He closes the connection before you can respond. The Calator Archive. As a note, I just want to remind everyone of what we look like real quick. This is what our character looks like. We randomly chose this one. Just something I wanted to point out. And we've been invited down to a chalet. Let's see. Take a shuttle to Rayan Arroyo's chalet on the surface. On the surface of the planet. Ooh, fancy. Your shuttle descends into the young atmosphere of Eco Berez. Through towering battlements of clouds, a spray of rain is cast over your viewport as it is wiped clean by a blink of the heat and speed of your descent. The flight path soon deviates from the general approach corridor, which has been ticking off minor use fees from the Tri-Tachyon owned flight control. General volume access fee, priority flight lane fee, service fee, customer satisfaction and insurance charge, advertisement bypass fee. You swipe the notifications off and focus on the landscape. Leaving behind the Tri-Tachyon arcologies, Diamonds growing atop the detritus of tiered slums, over pipelines of steel blue bay, jagged fjords interrupted by ice jams and landslides, up and over a great crumbling escarpment, like a black wave that fills the horizon. You cross a landscape of oddly hued tundra spotted with thousands of milky green lakes. A new range of mountains rises on the horizon, torn in half by the catastrophic workings of the terraformers, and beyond is a chaos of steep valleys populated by a dwarf pine and thin white waterfalls. The nav system sounds a tone indicating imminent arrival, and you see Arroyo's private chalet, a small compound of radical geometric architecture surrounded by low outbuildings. Your shuttle approaches an ellipsoid landing pad that appears to hang in the air over a gorge. A human and a robotic servant greet you placidly as you arrive and lead you inside to a grand parlor done in dark geometric style. Gold inlay gleams in onyx tabletops, and the polished granite floor is set with tastefully patterned jewel-toned carpets placed slightly askew. The view from the flawless sweep of diamond matrix bay window is, as Arroyo promised, spectacular. Ray and Arroyo is sitting at one of the bars. He acknowledges your entrance with a nod as the servants disappear. He dabs his datapad with 2 fingers, and you hear the soft signal loss ping from your datapad, and your sidearm hand twitches instinctively. Arroyo acknowledges this with the rise of one perfectly groomed eyebrow. Palm down, just making sure no one's listening. He flips through a series of null readouts on a datapad, and satisfied, he sets it aside. So, Baird is calling in another installment. What will that be, Captain Dead Videos? No small talk? What about the tour? I need to break into the data vault with the Ministry of Technology Standards. Oh, we definitely gotta sass him a little first. No, he says. He makes a show of looking around, but it's nice, isn't it? Now, I could be doing anything other than talking to you right now, so let's make it quick. You know you're getting something thanks to our mutual friend. What is it? As soon as you say it, a smile grows on Arroyo's face. He starts laughing and takes his time as it builds and falls. He laughs like he's strapped to a madman's rocket with no escape, so why not enjoy the ride? Give him a moment. I'm serious. Laugh with him. Oh, we gotta be sassy. Always laugh. As you start laughing, it seems to sap something from Arroyo's mania. You trail it off, leaving an awkward silence. He puts his head in his hands. Delightful. He sighs and pours something from a crystalline decanter into a glass, empties it, and then empties it. To a deal that gets worse all the time. To a deal that gets worse all the time. Then pours another's. He considers a moment, notices you, and tilts the decanter to offer your drink. We ain't gonna pass up a drink. Take it. Arroyo pours another, passes you the tumbler, and clinks his glass to yours, hard. And Anita Baird, he shouts. He slams down an empty glass. I know someone who can do it. They're a pain in the ass, but this is key. They're crazy enough to do a job as stupid as the one you're proposing. A hacker called Gargoyle. The real one, not one of the wannabes. We've done business before. Here's the comms ID. Rain pulls a data key from a pocket and waves it over his datapad, and after a couple taps pushes it towards you. If you get any pushback, if Gargoyle throws a little tantrum, just give it back. It's all about the drama, but in the end, you're already in with a job as stupid as this. He holds a hand up. And by the way, you really do not need to go and tell me your true objective. The last thing I want is hegemony counter-rent, crawling all over my operation, or worse, some vampire from the company board smelling blood. Can you tell me more about this Gargoyle? What's Baird got on you, anyway? What Baird's got is a good investment. And the longer she waits, he waves his hand at the luxurious surroundings, the career of Ray and Arroyo, the more interest you'll collect. A shrug. It's done well enough for me. We all make deals to get ahead, and I've seen worse, done worse to others. Plus, I'm an asset now. You can't simply snuff an asset owned by a bigger player. He turns and stares directly at you. And you're an asset now, too. Hypothetical question. What's she got on you? She gives a cold smile. I hope you know. Money. Money is what she's got on me. Can you tell me more about this Gargoyle? He gives you a look. No, who cares? Doesn't matter. Most of anything you hear about Gargoyle is made up, and half of that is true, so don't bother trying. He leans back, looking elsewhere, content to talk to himself some more. What's important is that Gargoyle always gets the job done. My theory is some kind of obsessive brain thing. He twirls a hand at his head to demonstrate. Probably implanted a cybermod the wrong way around, and got an AI instead of a frontal lobe. Have fun with that one, he says with a smirk. Leave. You've got what you need from Orion Arroyo. And with no signal on his part that you can discern, his human and robot servants appear once more. I won't say it's been a pleasure, but if you ever have more credits than you know what to do with, or a truly exceptional business opportunity, let's trade crypto keys now so you don't have to track space dust on my carpet again. He taps his datapad and offers it, and you perform the mundane ritual, which will ensure that anyone who wants to crack your mutual comms will at least have to put some effort into the task. Your shuttle reverses the previous route, down from the highlands. Across the plateau of lakes, you spot factory crawlers disgorging pipe and monorail pylons across the landscape, leaving long, tracked trails of torn red dirt. Across the rocky chaos and the small, cold sea, and over the mountainous slums crowned by glittering spires, navigation pings and comms noise grows to a small roar over the heart of the Tri-Tachyon, and your shuttle returns you to orbit. Go to Port C franchise station in the Missouri system and talk to Gargoyle. Well, first, let's see what we've got here. First of all, we need more fuel. We always need more fuel. Secondly, we could probably... Actually, we're pretty good on supplies at the moment. I will point out that recreational drugs are legal here. And if we ever... Actually, this is not a bad place to buy them. There's no excess available here, but they are relatively cheap here. There's an excess of 400 at Conta's Den. There's always an excess at Conta's Den of everything, I swear to God. It's almost like Conta's Den is like the biggest pirate station in the system or something. Crazy. Let's see. Let's grab one additional Marine. And then one additional Marine on top of that to be our leader of Marines. Sell off the metal we don't need here. No. Didn't mean to do that. Buy. Ooh, they have a full-size tanker. They also have Medusa, Shrikes. It's all damage stuff, though. There's an intact Omen. That's kind of neat. What about the Black Market? Fancy toys. Very fancy toys. In fact, the Tri-Tachyon gunship. A Brawler Tri-Tachyon class. That's kind of tempting, actually. 2 energy and 2 small synergy. Kind of tempting, not gonna lie. Add a couple of these guys to our wolf pack. The Omen would be pretty tempting. It's pretty tempting. Brawler is a good ship for just adding extra firepower to a group, to a fleet. The Omen is all around just a fantastic ship. Just because it doesn't have the high maintenance. It only has some maintenance cost of 6 a month. It's not too bad. Okay, from there, let's head out. Oh, there's actually a pirate system in this world. Or there's a pirate world in this system, is what I meant to say. Let's see. Intel, where is... Accepted missions. Where is... Ah, Bayasura's right here. Excellent. Well, that's pretty close to us then. Let's get going then. Analyze a domain error probe for the Tri-Tachyon Corp. I don't really need to do that, so I don't really want to. Survey Terran world for the pirates. Nah. Actually, where is that domain error probe? Oh, it's way out here. Okay. Order jump to hyperspace. Should have more than enough to get to Mesura. I did not press S fast enough. Get out of the way of that. We're just gonna crawl through this storm for a moment. No? Okay, what planet are we looking for here? We're looking for Port C. That's the one we're looking for right there. Turn on the transponder and then jump. Okay. Cocktail bar level 25 is said to have the finest drinks in the local volume. I don't know why that just caught my attention more than anything else. Populated mostly by retired pirates, exiled radicals, and wealthier refugees, it is widely known that car containers have their IDs wiped and retagged here so they may be safely recirculated into the legitimate economy of the core worlds. Open. You just love the way this guy looks. Just look at this dude. After entering the local network, you enter the comms ID for Gargoyle, then pause at the prompt to initiate the call. You look over to your comms officer and they nod, ready to act. As soon as you execute the command, the electronic warfare console lights up like a fleet action in a nebula. Comms wrangles the infosec systems with cool efficiency, coordinating active response with nav sensors and engineering stations. After perhaps half a minute, the storm breaks, the alarms quiet, and your primary display resolves from a mesmerizing fractal battleground to a heavily augmented face grinning impishly. You were ready for me! Gargoyle says too sweetly to be true before turning to an imagined audience. The rocket jockey put together enough brains to deal with my little hello. Gargoyle bounces back and applauds. Well done. I'm not gonna lie, I knew about this character beforehand, and I was waiting for this voice. So you know who I am. Tell me, why did Ryan give you my comms ID? More presents, bribes, begging? Did he finally get in trouble with that little junta puppeteering vampires he desperately wishes were his friends? On the run from law? Needs a rep wipe? A thoughtful pause. Do you always make that face when you meet new people? I have a job for you. I was told you're the best. A job? No. Gargoyle gags theatrically. If I ever do a day of work, I want you to throw me out the airlock, then throw that airlock into a black hole. The hacker lounges back carelessly. But still listening, because you told me I'm the best, and I am. That was nice. But I'm not sure you really understand what it is I do. A hand-set interface with interface nodules waves, and your display fills with news clips, industrial shutdowns, suspected sabotage, databases hacked, political comms leaked, credits missing, and ghost fleets. What I do, Gargoyle sits up, looking serious at last, is magic. An institution, a polity, a warship, a fleet, the hegemony, the Letic Church, the Tri-Tachyon mega credit-sucking corporation. These are the machines made of people, and these people don't understand their own machines. Or, a mock-pondering tone, other people, come to think of it. The oneness of these holy constructs is a mass delusion. But Gargoyle taps a head-mounted data port, I understand. Simply. A finger pokes at you from the display. Press there, then there, and the bubble pops. Push on the right place at the wrong time, and the mighty become a sad joke. A gust of wind, a fart of fancy, a flimsy shell that's cracked. Understand? Yes, I believe so. Gargoyle stares at you, slack-jawed. No, you don't. You're just pretending because you think you need to look tough and smart in front of your minions. It's so obvious. Gargoyle turns away. Why do I even bother sticking to driving your rocket ship captain did videos? Pew, pow, blam. Take that, space pirates. Simple, direct, unsophisticated, artless. A dramatic sigh. What a waste of time. Why are we even talking? Why do anything? You hack into the data vault of a hegemony ministry. I love it! Gargoyle shouts, sitting up. A glorious scheme. Practically neon black. Which one? All at once? Visor and side mods start flicking with activity. Hold on. Just one, actually. Explain the mission. You explain to Gargoyle the scope of the mission and the target, the Calichor Archive, the personal data store of former Provost Thomas Calichor, which the Hegemony Ministry of Technology Standards seized from the Glacia Academy in the wake of some kind of botched hyperspace experiment. You also explain, in terms which avoid any implication of an employer-employee hierarchy, that Ryan Arroyo will be providing funding for the operation. As you talk, the comms display with Gargoyle becomes crowded with virtualized half-written lists, reference panels, and code snippets. The hacker leaps from idea to idea, rejecting and accepting contingencies several steps ahead, or adjacent, perhaps, from whatever you are actually saying. The visual chaos is somewhat distracting. Do you need some time? Can it be done? Can it even be done? What kind of question is that? Obviously, he can do it. It might be tough. I'm going to need to pass some credits along to a couple friends for some special tricks. Do we go all out? Ryan is buying snacks. I think we do, yes. Here's how it's going to happen. I've got a friend who will make you a little package. It should be ready by the time you get to Nova Maxios in the magic system. Know it? You need to pick that up, then do fancy flying and whatever else it takes to install it in the hegemony comms relay in the Aslan system. A thoughtful pause. Then, for the relay, For the relay, go in quiet. Do the relay, park your fleet. Maybe run a lone phase ship for the job if your ego's capable of surviving away from your big boy toys for a few shifts. Or, this is fun, hack the sensor array and give the Hedgies some ghost chase. Anyway, the installation itself is easy, the hacker continues nonchalantly. Any work drone you've got on staff should be able to figure out which end goes where. The real trick comes after. Gotta break the hegemony crypto. That'll be yours truly, who gets a little trick. Who's got a little trick I've been saving from a couple cycles ago for just the right moment. Gargoyle holds cable trailing arms up into a premature display of triumph. It will be glorious. Then sits back down. Right. So, after you install and hack the device on the comm relay, come back here and you can thank me personally when I hand you a copy of the decrypted data. And friend Ryan has a list of my demands. A button tap now. Another button tap, and there's a ping on your datapad as Gargoyle sends you the address of a small holding facility near the main port ring of Nova Maxios, as well as the number of a particular storage unit. It'll be there, Gargoyle says with a smile that seems to imply you're not in on the joke. Now, I have a lot to do before this is ready, so go along. ComSec is going to completely blow its top when we pull this off. And Gargoyle turns to another display. Attention focus, cyber augments flickering at an increasing rate as the comm line disconnects on you almost as an afterthought. Received location data for Nova Maxios pickup. I'm not gonna lie, I am so looking forward to voicing Gargoyle through the rest of this game. I really hope they gave him more lines, because I played a little bit of the story, but I'm really hoping that he has even more lines now in the new version. Also, we still need as much fuel as we can buy. Also, let's pick up another, like, 70 supplies, since we just burned through a bunch, because we may or may not have run into a storm. Because that was a smart thing that we did. Anything fun in here? For example, a phase ship? I have an idea of the ship we will be using for this. It is tempting to grab a couple other ships, though, to go with it. But no, I think I trust my own piloting skills enough to do this well. So, what we're going to do is we're going to head to Nova Maxios. And grab some water. Nice, long drink of water. Oh, shit. The autopilot flew me into a stun while I was drinking water. Delightful. Okay, Nova Maxios, which is in the Thule system? It is in Magic down here, right. And Westerness. Let's check out Westerness while we're up here, so that we can get started on that mission as well. We gotta do both of them. So might as well get started on while we're up here. Hi, where'd you come from? We're looking for Fikenhell. 3,400. It's somewhere over here. Oh, pirate activity in Westerness. Delightful. Fast picket, mercantile convoy. Well, we know there's some hostiles somewhere in here. Because we just got to pop up there's pirate activity in this system specifically. That's fun. Shuttle to the surface to pursue a list, the Luce of Carus Associates. The system of Westerness is traditionally ruled by a popularly elected king whose holding of court, handling of certain primary executive and judicial functions, is broadcast in the local system as entertainment. It is considered essential that the king of Westerness be wise, just, and above all, entertaining. Most potential excesses of the system are constrained by a culture of alternately raucous, and sentimental audience participation segments. The king is powerful, yes, but the hearts of the people are mercurial and may be moved against the king by a sufficiently compelling counter-narrative. Your fleet transmission identification codes through the transponder, and you are soon granted docking clearance. Descending through pillars of storm cloud over sparkling seas, your shuttle glides towards K Arco, a cosmopolitan megapolis arcology of Fikenheld. My brain does not want to work today, apparently. Dampers dull the shock of atmospheric entry to a whisper as you review Baird's list of Carus's associates, starting with the first entry. Adonia Carus is noted as the surviving parent and lives in a pensioner's corner. It seems reasonable to start with her. You stand for a moment at the transport hub, considering your options. Visit Adonia Carus. You stand for a moment, taking in the bewildering signage of the K Arco transport matrix before you shrug and allow your tripad to select the best route to the home of Adonia Carus. Cyclopean arcology substructure flashes by as you ride the primary ring tube to a far segment of the Metroplex. A small passenger lift fills with the smell of sweat and machine oil of a shift of undersea laborers returning home. Glimpses of the towering arms of K Arco flash by, glittering with thousands of windows. You find yourself guided through the heart of residential stack, through a quiet plaza filled with retirees and well-tended foliage. Then before you is the door of Adonia Carus. You press the door chime and barely get out your excuse for the visit before being invited in. Adonia is more than pleased to have a visitor, and despite your protests, has a cup of tea cooling in your hands before you quite know what's happening. She looks like a nice old lady. You have only to bring up her daughter to get Adonia talking. That girl is too clever for her own good, just like her father. Adonia shakes her head at an old memory, but speaks of Cilia with pride. The man who visited last time said that was all the questions they had. Didn't they find anything? But look at you. She admires the uniform. Are you also from the fleet? You manage to avoid answering that question. Adonia has a hollow feed of the King of Westerness holding court set to half volume and switches effortlessly between commenting on the proceedings and questioning you about personal matters. You hedge on your precise age, admit to operating a space fleet, and leave your marital status vague. She doesn't seem to mind your non-answers. Finally, you get the chance to ask a question of your own. Who was it that was asking about Scylla before me? Presumably the hegemony. Think about that for a second, brain. Do you know where I can find Scylla? Just make sure you're seen by any observers. Do you know where I can find Scylla? You wait for a lull in the noise and ask your question a little louder than intended. Adania gives you a corrective look before turning back to her holovid. The King of Westerness is haranguing a panel of aquanomists? Aquanomists. It's political, isn't it? Adania says after a moment, Scylla finally found real trouble. I always told her that cabin boy was bad news, but she'd say it was just art stuff. I may be her mother, but I'm not stupid. She gestures intensely at the holovid, a splash of tea exiting her cup. That's a capering twit if I ever there was one, but at least no one is dying in some fool street fight. She sighs. If only Scylla had settled down with Alyssa. You would be content making a ripple instead of a splash. I told her father that once, and he had sense to listen. Who's Alyssa? Ah, Adania looks rather pleased now. You fancy spies with your titles and gadgets didn't figure out. You fancy spies. She laughs. And now you've got to ask an old woman for help. No, don't worry, she says, setting her tea down. I'll tell you, Captain. Alyssa Zal, such a nice girl. Could have been the best thing that ever happened to Scylla. But, she shakes her head, an offer from the Glacier Academy came first. Full scholarship from the Office of Provost. Sakar was thrilled. His little scientist got the chance he never had. He trails off with a sad look. Do you have a comms ID for Alyssa Zal? Oh, let me think, Adania says. No, it's been many years. She gives you a sly smile. But we could ask. Try home, she says loudly. An expectant chime sounds from the holovid entertainment system as the King of Westerness is muted. Comms ID for Alyssa Zal, please. Searching, says Tri-Home, then a pause. No Alyssa Zal found in local system. Donnie looks disappointed and mutters, stupid thing. She looks at you again. Do you need more tea, dear? It feels about like time you should leave, though you surreptitiously add the name Alyssa Zal to your list of persons of interest. Time to leave. Having completed what you came here for, you make your apologies to Adania Caruso as you move to leave, assuring her that you will find Scylla and see that she is safe. And yes, you will absolutely comms if any new information comes up. The door softly closes behind you, leaving your ears free of the holovid's incessant murmur and the endless probing questions from Adania. Reaching for your datapad, you discover that you're still holding a cup of cold tea. You carefully set it in front of the door before leaving. Return to the transport hub. Your view bears a list of Caruso's associates on Fikenheld. Bione Lata is tagged as childhood friend and lives in an Exurb community. Perhaps she knows something more of Scylla Caruso's personal connections from her early life. At the very least, any other agent following similar leads would have had to have contacted Bione. You stand for a moment at the transport hub, considering your options. Visit Bione Lata. You take a transport line outbound to the K Arco Exurbs, a sprawling network of floating municipalities jostling in the sea at the base of the mighty half-submerged arcology. The monorail track gleams in the sun, a straight line toward the horizon like a hardpoint-mounted particle lance shot through a nebula. The train breaks through a cloud bank, and you feel the subtle pull of deceleration fighting from the agrav field effect as you approach your target, a modular suburban conglomeration. You glance at your tripad to recall the name of the place, Seabank Oasis. I could see something in real life being named that. You buzz at the doorway to one of the outer compounds, and the green hint of lawn showing through the translucent vitreous strip at the top of the wall. After a short delay, a comms plate activates, and a tired-looking woman appears in the hollow. You ask if you are speaking with Bione Lata, and would she mind answering some questions about Scylla Caruso. She looks behind her, then lowers her voice to reply. Yes, didn't someone already come by to ask about her? I haven't seen Scylla in years. Like I said, look, I don't have much time for this. Make sure you see right observers. Who exactly came by before and questioned you? You tell me about Scylla herself. Okay, like I said, I don't know what she got mixed up with. When I knew Sai, she worked hard. Good grades, no great grades. Unless she thought the teacher was wrong, and then, Bione smiles, she wouldn't stand down. And I don't know, she was pretty serious with Alyssa, Alyssa Zal, like I told the other agent. Something happened, I don't know what. She hung out on the lower city more with that Kevin guy. Get into all sorts of trouble, then you hear the thin wail of an infant from both the comms plate and over the compound wall. I really have to go now. Goodbye, agent, whatever your name is. The comms plate clicks off, replacing Bione's face with the dancing Seabank Oasis mascot, which reminds you of that unregistered guests will be asked to leave at the Exurb at the end of the work shift. You turn back to the monorail line, sub-vocalizing an update to your mission notes. A fog bank rolls in, dimming in the bright sun. Back to the transport hub. Kevin Farrow's file has an attached file about an event of some kind of art co-op operated by undercity radicals. He seems like the sort that is used to hiding from the authorities. Maybe he, or someone he knows, is helping Caruso. You scroll through some hollows of what passes for artwork in Caven's association, and judging by the content, you feel that local Munisec probably has Kevin on a list. You stand for a moment at the transport hub, considering your options. Kevin Farrow in the Undercity. The transit, that's a lot of rain. Sorry. The transit lift descends into the subsurface districts of K Arco. The air thickens with mildew and century-old machine lubricant. You pass through structural tunnels filled with cheap tenements, gray market retailers, and fringe ideologies. Your tripad's directions lead you to an address where Cave and Pharaoh held what the event notice called a militant consciousness happening. Along an anonymous stretch of shuttered depot fronts, you discover a secure door, flanked by decaying polymer agitation prints. Hemmed out sleepers lie in the entryways. It feels like the right place. Knock on the door. The damaged comm slip by the door speaks with a crackle. Munisec. We do not consent to a search, not without, and then some muffled words, and a second voice interrupts. Shut up, I'll handle it. Hidden bolts withdraw, and a man steps out. He's put on a sour scowl for you, and is dressed in a mix of dirt cider approximation of spacer gear mixed with the accoutrement of some local counterculture fashion. He pulls the door closed, and with a lowered voice says, Ignore that. Is she in more trouble? Is this about the whole Galatia thing, isn't it? I assume you're Cave and Pharaoh. Yeah, obviously. He looks you over. You're not Munisec, or Fleet. You a merc? You some kind of spy? Your friend was already sniffing around here. We told him to go lick boots on Kazaron. Caven crosses his arms impatiently and looks off down to the Arco tube, making every effort to show that he doesn't want to talk. Well, I was told Alyssa could help me find Scylla. Do you know where she is? Lie. I just want to help Scylla. Do you know where she is? Just act extremely conspicuous for anyone watching. Who else was asking questions about careers? I should ask this at some point. So you're not working with him, huh? He slaps the comms plate. Hear that, Vat Pig? Not Fleet. You lose. He turns back to you. Let's see. It was Finlay. Agent Finlay or something. He tried to appeal to my patriotism as a citizen of the League and flashes Fleet Int ID at me. What a soulless minion of orthodoxy. Fleet Int. He means the Persian League intelligence apparatus. Interesting. I don't know what you're playing at, Captain whatever your name is. You shouldn't be talking to me. It's dangerous. He puffs his chest out a bit at this, eager to bear the label dangerous. Look, a free bit of advice. If you know what's good for you and Scylla, you get off this planet, so don't come back looking for me, okay? Kevin slips the comms plate, unlatching the door bolts. He turns back to you for a moment and thinks better of it and disappears into the substructure. As you start to turn away from the dismal portico, the comms plate crackles one more time. It speaks. You've made your point, videos. An officious voice, though distorted by the damaged comms plate, it signals an elite education and relaxed authority that comes naturally to its speaker. You want us to know you're looking for Scylla Carouse, and you're going to shout it from every street corner on Feighneld until we acknowledge it. About time you noticed. You have a way of insisting, Captain. The voice sounds like a touch annoyed. Perfect. Perfect. We should speak more in a discreet setting, Captain. I'll transmit my comms ID for you to contact. Leave this nest of anarchists be, come back topside, and let us talk about our mutual interest. The comms plate sputters and dies with a lingering crackle as your datapad pings. It looks like you finally attracted the attention you were looking for. Your bodyguards silently take flanking position 4 meters behind you, one to each side as you walk back through the moldering undercity towards the civic lift. Return to the transit hub. You review Baird's list of Carouse's associates. It looks like you've cleared the best hits, and besides, you've got a strong new lead to follow up on. You stand for a moment at the transport hub, considering your options. Return to your shuttle. I believe it's comm directory at this point, right? Agent Finlay. Finlay Sylviong. The videos, finally, we may speak directly. Finlay Sylviong at your service. Sayavong? Sayavong? Sieving. Sayavong? I'm gonna go with Sayavong. What is it exactly you do? It took you long enough to contact me. Yes, we've been watching you for some time, the videos. Sayavong lifts up the datapad and makes a show of reading it. You've enjoyed a rather fascinating career lately, Captain. You seem to have a knack for finding trouble, and for trouble finding you. He puts down the datapad. It's provided much fodder for the analysts. To be perfectly honest, he says and smiles just a little, I'd hoped I wouldn't find it necessary to speak with you so directly, but you forced my hand, so here we are. What is it that you do, exactly? I am, as you see, a representative of the Persian League Fleet Intelligence Service. Sayavong spreads his hands, as if showing he means no harm. I work on behalf of the defense and security of the freedoms enjoyed by the constituents of the Persian League. But we are speaking today because of you, Captain. You've been somewhat indiscreet in your search for an asset who is of interest to the service. Where is Scylla Carouse? Agent Sayavong seems genuinely amused. A rather direct question to ask an agent of the service, don't you think? But that is the heart of the matter, and your profile suggests a certain propensity for, shall we say, direct thinking? Let me answer you with a question, he leans in. Why should you know where Scylla Carouse is? I want to help Scylla. I can't disclose the reason. I intend to find her with or without your help. Other people seem to think she's important. I'm helping Provost Anita Bear with some kind of secret project. That's so tempting to say. I want to help. Agent Sayavong gives a short, strange bark of laughter. Oh, indeed, he says. He pauses for a moment, examining you. You're not serious. I'm quite serious. He looks at you, curiously, his brow creased. Interesting, he says to himself. Direct. Is that really what you believe? He muses, then waves the question away. No need to respond to that. You've given me much to think about. Meanwhile, there's important business to get to. Saving Scylla Carouse. Scylla Carouse. He grins like this is a shared joke. Carouse is in the Isra star system, of course. I'll provide you... He pauses dramatically as he taps something out on his Deus console. Your tripad pings. With a plausible-looking data intercept of the communication between her and Mr. Cave and Pharaoh. You're just telling me where she is. I didn't tell you anything. He gestures towards you. You intercepted communication, remember? Besides, Isra, well, it's not a big place, but I'm sure you'll put the pieces together soon enough. What's your endgame here? Why help me? Don't worry about it. You have a rogue scientist to track down. On behalf of the Fleet Intelligence Service, I have nothing to say to you on the subject, nor have we ever met. I don't know you, you don't know me. Agent Sayavong claps his hands together. I believe we are finished. What is it you people say? Burn bright, Captain? Wait, I have more questions. Cut the comm link. I like the idea of just being straight up with this guy. Just like, yeah, no, we're good. Goodbye. First of all, fuel? Fuel. We gotta restock our fuel after that nonsense we got up to last time of flying all around the solar system. Sorry, not the solar system, the galaxy, the sector, the quadrant. What do you want to call it? They have a lot of defenses here. Good God. Let's see, they got anything fun? Nothing terribly exciting. Extra wolves would be nice. Alright. Isra and then magic down here. Okay. Isra star system works for me. What specific system is she in here? Can I not see the map here? I don't think I can. I cannot see the map there. Sector. Isra. The Lucille habitat in the upper section. By the time I get there, it'll probably be around here-ish. Oh! There's a likely threat right outside the system. Sure, let's go. Oh. Ooh, they're getting in a fight over here. Pursuing my fleet. Oh, no, they're both pursuing my fleet. Okay. Catch this, mother trucker. Ah, shit. Okay, that's a problem. That's a lot of ships. Way more ships than I can handle. The independent fleet assumes a neutral posture. You're being hailed. It is aware of your identity due to your fleet's transponder being turned on. Accept the comm request. Captain, dead videos. The mercenary captain speaks flatly, hands steepled before her. You have information which my employer would like you to share with them, exclusively. Then she waits, perfectly content to let silence grow. What information is that? You get nothing from me. I don't respond well to threats. Oh, the merc tilts her head. Did I make a threat? What information is that? She raises her eyebrows. I think you know perfectly well. You came here to find something. A small smile. Or someone. You appear to be traveling with purposeful intent after investigative activity in your last stop. My employer believes that you found what you're looking for and would like you to share that information under exclusive terms. Let's talk about making a deal. Who exactly is this employer? My employer, who is interested in exclusive access to your information, who also has a passion for discretion, so you need not worry about your reputation much if you sold out your own employer. She considers much. Let's talk about making a deal. Yes, let's. My employer has authorized me to pay you 46,000 credits for the transfer of information which you possess is relevant to the location of Scylla Carouse. Decline the deal. No, I mean, how much will it cost for you to forget that I exist? Merc stares at you, then says, I see. That's quite impossible. Let's talk about you bribing me, then. Let's see. Hang on, let's try it again. I'm for 50,000 credits? No, she says. How about 100,000 credits? Captain, there are things money simply can't buy. Is that a hint of some expression on the merc's face? It's difficult to tell. Let me put it like this. She says, if you were in a position to purchase my services, you would not be in the position you are in. Therefore, your proposal is quite impossible. No, I have like $1 million in the fucking bank. Let's talk about something else. You'll get nothing from me. After your reply, the mercenary sits unmoving for a full 10 seconds, then closes her eyes and nods her head. I see. The merc opens her eyes again and looks at you again, unblinking. How disappointing. Good shift, Captain. That's it, you're just going to leave. That's it, she says, then pauses unblinking. Until next time, Captain, the mercenary says finally. She sets the comm link on you, and static devolves to black. Cut the comm link. Not gonna lie, it is kind of tempting to engage her, just straight up in a fight. But we would lose. We would not win this fight. She's rocking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dedicated combat cruisers. No, 5 dedicated combat cruisers. Oh god, she's got a Harbinger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 dedicated combat destroyers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dedicated combat frigates. Yeah, we would not win this fight. No matter what we tried. Also, every single one of her ships has an officer. Sweet Jesus. Every single ship has an officer that is a combat ship. That is crazy. Leave. Have fun with those pirates. Oh, they engaged her in a fight. Okay, hang on. Now we gotta stick around and see who wins that fight. Of course she did. Of course she did. She won it handedly. She destroyed them. Why would there even be a chance there? Okay, well that was a fun little diversion. We know where we're going. Let's jump here. We know it's somewhere up in this direction. Go. That's really close to the star. Didn't mean to come that close to the star. Pursuing my fleet. Oh, because we don't have the transponder on. Yeah, you guys are feel free to interrogate me. That's fine. Allow the scan. Yep. Because you're running the transponder off again, you won't get off so easily. Yep, that's my bad. Look, I just dropped into the system. It's fine. I could take all of you. Actually. I actually probably could take them. Anyway, leave. My apologies, gentlemen. Repair your ships. Just a little bit. Open a comm directory. Ulan Deimos. Archon. Do you know anything about the Galatia incident? Sorry. After a short wait, your connection is accepted. Comms are open. State your request. Yes, actually. Recent events in Glacier system, right? Dangerous what the Academy got up to, and while they deserve reprimand, the hegemony reacted with typical overreach. The Persian League filed a complaint in the Interfactional Dispute Council. Did you hear? We don't expect much to come of it, but someone has to say something, right? The Archon examines you for a moment and says, why do you ask? Do you think something like that could happen here? I'm looking for Celia Caruso. She was involved. Oh? The Archon's eyes flick off to one side, then back to you. I don't think I've heard of her, she says, recovering a placid tone of bureaucratic impatience. You know, there's a public convert for this sort of things. Just say the same thing again. This again. The Archon's eyes flick off to one side, then back to you. Like I told you before, there's a public convert directory. It's outside the purview of my office. Is there actually a public convert directory? Nah. Nah. Interesting. Take a shuttle down. Ask around about Celia Caruso. Let's read this real quick. You take a shuttle down to the main concourse and quickly find a likely-looking establishment. As you enter the bar, you sense a lively tension between the crews from across the League worlds. Dour Kazaronians in fine uniforms drink spirits, while proud but poor Majurians down pints of rice beer. A crew of Tylians trade rounds and boasts with a couple Zaganian bridge officers who are making a poor example of Ludic temperance. Glowing displays show media feeds from all around the worlds of the League, and the speakers contribute to the dull roar of human white noise. It's shot in the dark, but you could try asking if anyone here knows anything about Celia Caruso. You ask around about the missing academician, buying moderately priced drinks to lubricate the flow of information. This is a spacer bar, and though spacers try to look out for one another, you're finding little in the way of leads, mostly shrugs and apologies. I'm sorry you're having trouble finding your friend, says an off-shift dock worker in a utilitarian vac suit liner. I shall pray for your reunion. Are you some kind of pather? Dock worker's expression shuts down instantly. I'm not a pather, ma'am. I do follow the teaching of the Church, Galactic Redemption, and I'd thank you not to make bigoted assumptions. We're not all fanatics and terrorists. They stand, leaving untouched drinks. Blessing of blood be upon all souls, both large and small, they say, and stomp away. No, that's not good. Let's see. Let's consider military options. No, let's do trade goods real quick. Let's just grab some more fuel. Oh, look, we're actually almost capped out on fuel. Hey, look at that. All right. Open the contractor one more time. Just bug her again. What do we do bug her again? Oh, we get nothing. Okay. I have a distinct feeling. New couch or no, finding chores. People who might be hiding her and search for signs of her research. Search for signs of her research. Well, you know she's involved with gates. We could take a look at the gates and see if there's anything interesting over there. Getting sick of these asteroids. Getting real sick of these asteroids. Nope, nothing. Okay. Open a comm directory. Shady character. Alright. Vaca Snyder. Nothing to talk to you about, but you're a shady character, apparently. Ask around about Sila Carouse. You ask her... Oh, there he is. Shady character. You ask around about the missing academician, buying moderately priced drinks to lubricate the flow of information. This is a pirate bar, and despite their well-known enthusiasm for free booze, the pirates are loath to speak openly to anyone asking too many questions. A shady character at the bar, wearing an expensive but worn-looking coat, accepts your drink. They think you're the sector's dumbest undercover cop, you know. But I know you're not. She takes a long sip. A cop, that is. I saw your fleet come in. It ran some queries. It's my business, you know. And what business is that? Knowing things. Selling that knowledge. Then I've come to the right person. Indeed you have, she smiles slyly. Problem is, I've sold that knowledge and my customer might take issue if I were to distribute it without respect for our understanding of the exclusive utility of that knowledge. My customer is very important around here, if you catch my meaning. Now, if you were to approach that customer directly to work something out, you might come away with something useful. Doesn't that cut you out of the loop? What about your profit? She shrugs. It's a long-term planning, you see. If you show up asking questions, it confirms that my customer made a wise purchase. Comes up, they need to find something out, they come back to me. Long-term planning, my friend. That's the difference between those deadbeat pirates, lackeys, and myself. I'm going big places. Thanks for the tip. Enjoy your drink. Potential contact. Vaca Snyder. Open the comm directory. She gives an ironic salute and says, "Look me up, Captain. I'll be around if you want to do business." She turns away and sips her drink. Okay. Open the comms directory. It wouldn't happen to be Henry Oberon that you've talked to, have you? Chanticleer, go ahead. I'm looking for someone named Sila Carouse. He looks you over for a moment, licks his lips, and thinks the question over for a moment. Might know someone of the name, might not. Why should I tell you? I'm one of you. You can work with me. I've got a reputation. Because, Warlord Kanta said so. Let's talk about credits. The pirate boss leans forward. You have my attention, good captain. If you come up with, let's say, 36,000 reasons why I should help you out, I might be inclined to do so. You have 1.1 million in bank. Except... You've got a way with words, you know that? Henry Oberon says with a conspiratorial smile, flashing gold teeth, very persuasive. I may have heard something from someone. It's my business, right? Knowing who's making the moves in the Isra system and to who. He leans close to the comms pickup and speaks quietly. Whereas the Persian League started asking a lot of questions about someone named Carouse, and that was because the hegemony started asking around first. And then, just about all at once, the League snitches all stopped asking about Carouse. That tells me, the videos, it's looking like someone found who they were looking for. It also tells me it's not a real experienced operation. Leave it to the League, right? Appointing officers by influence more than ability. I'd never abide by that. Anyway, shortly after that, a unit of top pay-grade League agents fresh from Kazaron set up shop in the Lucille habitat. Now, being a curious individual and a friend of the friendless, I was on the lookout for a League crackdown of our illegitimate business operations, but it didn't come. It's just same old, same old. So, what are those spies doing on Lucille, I asked myself. I paid a real professional surveillance contractor, and they got me a list of names, rented properties, and schedule of activities. Looks like they got some fancy safe house set up. The pirate boss taps a data pad, and your comms pings to alert you to an incoming file. You butt yourself a copy of the data, my friend. I love that he also likes us now. We have 10 reputation with this particular pirate boss because we just gave him money. Received data on Persian League intelligence operations on Lucille habitat. I do like to keep informed. He leans back, putting on a casual act. Me, I just ask questions. Maybe you're looking for answers. Maybe you'll just find one. Maybe it'll teach those League goons a bit of humility, the pirate says, smiling broadly at this thought. Just don't forget who helped you out along, right? Not the comm link. With only one piece of evidence that Carouse is at Lucille habitat, you're not absolutely certain this would be dismissed as merely circumstantial if you attempted to leverage against authorities in some way. You need to find one more piece of corroborating evidence. Let's trade some goods real quick. We're good on fuel. But we could probably use additional supplies. And it wouldn't hurt to have a stockpile of more Marines. But I feel like something dangerous is going to happen soon. The Groombridge habitat. Is that... Warlord Leonis and the conquest of 65 Lieutenant left in place, made a habit of throwing aggrieved local leaders at the airlock within 3 cycles, and with exceptional West skill, or since it left, the major station systems were failing entirely. Groombridge was since stripped of anything value that could not be put in a cargo hold, then be abandoned. Okay. Let's take a gander. Let's take a gander at the abandoned system, or the abandoned station. Ride counter ticks away impatiently. Nope. Okay, there's nothing here. Alright. Nothing here, huh? How suspicious. There's nothing there. Just kidding. Alright, let's burn back to the Lucille habitat. Not sure what other evidence we'll be able to find. We can check out the other worlds, maybe. I don't think there's anyone on these worlds, but we can at least check. No, we don't want to establish a colony inside someone else's freaking system. It feels like a bad idea. Damn it. I forgot to turn our freaking transponder back on. I think you just turn it back on and avoid our attention. You hereby order to submit to a cargo scan. Yeah, it's fine. They really don't like us very much. Yeah. What if I talk to you? Do you have anything to talk about? No. There might be something over here. Oh, they're engaging pirates. Looks like over there. Okay. Let's talk to Dixon Tharsis. Looking for Scylla Carus. Don't know her. This query does not concern station business. I'm going to be very disappointed, Captain. Glances at Rita, whoever you are. This is very important. Explain. Station commander holds up his hand to stop you before you can even lay the groundwork. A wonderful story, I'm sure. Unfortunately, I'm very busy looking after the safety of the station and the surrounding volume. Between pathers, pirates, and imaginative independent operators, the few resources given to me by the League are stretched very thin indeed. If you want to help, pay your tariffs. Keep your transponder on and stay out of trouble. Thank you, Captain. Barely a moment between the end of his speech and termination of the comms link. Darn it. Portmaster might know some things. Providence provides. What may I offer you this day? No ship by that name has come through recently. She taps at a desk console. No, I'm afraid not. I don't believe I can help you find your lost ship, Captain. I'm not looking for a ship, she's a person. Of course. You want to query the station's public comm directory. The good day, citizen. Stay vigilant. Before you can respond, the comm link terminates, and you find yourself staring at the crest of the Persian League fleet. A couple of technicians are griping about strange transmissions interfering with nav transponders, and a coroner, concerned man, glumly examines his tripod. Concerned man, what's up, man? 1,300 units of ore. No. Ask the technicians what's going on. Station technicians in grungy Lucille habitat uniforms respond to your offer to buy them around and listen to their troubles. You mentioned having had comm disruption in an ion storm once and ask what sort of trouble they're having. It's strange, says the big one. There's no real pattern to it. Every few shifts just go zap. Lots of noise gumming up some of the orbital beacons. Bossman makes us go out and check the beacon, and it's nothing. A lot of fooling around for no reason, I say. Not no ion storm either. We know that, says the smaller partner. Ain't no natural, was it? What do you think it is? Ghosties, says the big one, eyes wide. The smaller one sighs and mumbles under breath. God's sake. Big one looks annoyed. No, let me tell it. I told you I wouldn't run your ear about it anymore, but the captain here asked nicely. I don't need any ghost stories. Enjoy your drinks. Leave. Please, go on. This seems more detailed than the average mission. I wonder if these technicians might be what I'm looking for. It's all them people that died in Groombridge when the reactor went critical, the big one says. No, not went critical. Was made critical, because it was murder. They got no peace, see? Because it wasn't a clean death and there's no justice. They're calling out for someone to help. That's what it is. A signal from Groombridge. I was just there. The small one speaks up quietly. Can't know that. How do you know the interferences come from Groombridge? Directional receiver. The big one looks proud. Yeah, but the small one interjects. I gotta remind you to reset the alignment orge on that thing. Half the time when you're out checking beacons. The noise could be coming from anywhere. It could be anything. Some pulsar or something. I thought you said it wasn't a natural source. Well, no, the small one smutters. I'm just saying as an example. Anyway, they check their data pad. We gotta get back on shift. Bottoms up. The techs finish their drinks, give you their regards, and head out. You don't find their mixture of work and intemperance particularly reassuring, but maybe if there's something really weird going at Groombridge Habitat, if someone really is sending out secret encrypted signals. Leave. Let's head out of the belt first, so we don't take another impact on the asteroid belt, on the drive. God dang it! I just tried to leave. That exact reason. So I had to talk to the technicians first. Then I can go to the Groombridge habitat. Search the station for the source of mysterious signals. You assemble your senior officers to discuss the matter of secret comm bursts directed at the Isra system. A preliminary scan of Groombridge habitat rotates slowly in the hall projector's display. Why here? I mean, rhetorically speaking, your nav officer says, because the only reason to relay signals from here to Lucille is if your signals were coming from a hidden hypercom relay. Your comms officer raises a hand, and yet your nod speaks. It's unconventional, but Groombridge is uninhabited, so no one would complain about hyperwave wash. Your ops chief speaks next. The reactor's shooting rads like it is. No one would look too close. No scavengers. If there was a hypercom relay here, how would we find it? Rad armored drones, your ops chief says. One-way trip. If a relay is in there, it'd have to have a damn strong rad shield, so we'll know what to look for. Do it. At the turn of the next shift, the armored drones are prepared, and your ops chief oversees the deployment. You follow their progress through the projection of the Groombridge habitat, filling in fuzzy volumes, shielded from your scans, or too radioactive to get a good read, with sharp details. An anomalous shielded mass is found soon enough in a damaged work bay in close proximity to the deadly core of the station. Tech and comms begin discussing how to breach and hack the relay. Your ops chief growls an interruption. If I were them, I'd rig it to blow if it got looked that funny. The other officers go quiet. Sensor speaks up. We have to intercept an in-system signal, right? Assuming it's typecast, we could deploy a cloud of detectors. Your op chief looks at your sensors officer and sighs. Make it so. Within hours of establishing a makeshift detection cloud, the relay sends a comms squirt. The whiff of an outbound signal is predicted by your navigator and your flagship bridge main holodisplay. The line points towards Lucille habitat. Not quite, but close enough. Maybe a relay in close orbit. This is some sort of tech Carus is familiar with, and even if it is arguably circumstantial, it's weird enough setup that you can probably scare the authorities at Lucille with the revelation, ghosties indeed. With two different pieces of evidence, you feel confident that you have sufficient leverage to confront the authorities at Lucille Habitat about Sela Carus. It's time to talk to the Archon of Lucille Habitat. Woo, and away we go. And we didn't turn off our freaking transponder this time. And back we go. Lucille Habitat. Damn it. Damn asteroids. Oh, there's a battle going on. Huh. Ho 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 ho! There's quite a battle going on at the moment. League picket. What do they have here? Looks like 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, and a bunch of frigates versus a station. Shit, I'm down for some combat. The Persian League forces transmit their IFF codes, which allow you to join the battle on their side if you choose to do so. Yeah, I'm down for this. We have a station at our back for this one. Join the battle. Persian League forces are holding their ground against the pirate forces. Let's transfer command out of the Tempest for this battle to the Manticore. Continue. Let's just deploy the Manticore and the Hammerheads for right now. And the Vigilance. The Vigilance can deploy as well. I want a heavy escort on that frickin' station. Yeah, it includes you, by the way. Basically everyone. Everyone's gonna go guard the station. The station's probably going to put down some serious hurt on anything that's close to it. Interesting, it only has 2 combat sections, though. One of its sections is completely empty. It's not a full military station, it's just an orbital station. But, it's still got more guns than everything else in this battle. Excuse me, other Hammerhead. Oh, actually, the Shade got too close and got killed. Those Piranha Bombers aren't going to do much because they're going to hit the backside of the station where it's not really armed or armored. Or anything important to hit. Vigilance is... Oh, there's a piece of ship coming our way. Good lord, could that dude outside be any louder with his freaking car? We're actually going to hold fire because we have no reason to fire off yet. I'll force you to either stay phased to avoid me, or die. Oh, I overloaded. I was not paying attention to my flux. I need to actually get my combat wings back. I'm, not doing so hot yet. Just fire missiles at that guy. He's right there. Oh, that's a bunch of small ships that are gonna try and overload me. Let's actually cancel the escort and see if we can get some choice picks off the sides. Yeah, the likelihood of us taking down a ship like that is very low. Oh yeah, we have an Omni Shield, don't we? Forgot about that. So you don't want to raise your shields against my anti-shield weapons? Oh, you're being intelligent or something, huh? You think you're some kind of smart boy? Hang on, let's hold fire on the Needlers. Let the Gauss cannon fire. Ooh, that Braun just took a hit and was like, no, I'm leaving. Okay, thanks, bye. You know what? Come here. I have a gift for you. It's called Flat. Really not very good at absorbing, taking down armored ships, I should say. That Prawn is going to be a problem. Please hold fire. Thank you. Could you stop dropping bombs directly on me? Well, shit. Die. There we go. That's one more down. Oh. Yeah, the cruise is dead, for sure. My boys in the station cleaned it up while I was over here. I gotta get my space legs back. Let's say, that was a pretty poor showing on my behalf. Join the pursuit. We do have a bunch of pursuit ships for this purpose. Take command of the action. Deploy myself. Do we have anyone deployed to the left? Yeah, let's deploy... One of these wolves is the fastest. 183. Looks like it's gonna be this one. Let's destroy the green... Deploy the green moon to the left to grab the nav buoy. Everyone else, you're gonna go right up center. Do we need to deploy you? Don't think we need to deploy the Hyperion. There's not really that many expensive ships we want to capture, so we're just gonna deploy just us. You, Mr. Moon, please capture that. As for me, whee! Speed is my game, and speed is my name. Not even gonna bother engaging that. What's the furthest one up ahead? It's a Dram. He's got that. The Green Moon has that underhand easily. Eliminate that. Ah, there is something still alive out here. Delightful. Anything still further out? No, that's it. Whee! Spin around in space. There we go. That's everybody taken care of. Consider ship recovery. Nah, these are all garbage. Continue. Pick through the wreckage. We'll take what's fuel is here, because we're going to immediately sell off the fuel that we have. That's extra. There you go. Alright. We'll also sell off some of the things we don't need. Breach SRMs we don't need. The Ion Cannon, we are keeping that. Hammer Barrage, we'll keep that. Vulcan Cannons we can sell off. Is that a PD or an LRPD? It's a LRPD. We'll sell that off. Light assault gun we can get rid of. Small machine guns. I like swarmers occasionally. We'll keep this for the moment. Don't really have a need to get rid of them at the moment. Tech inlets, how much is that worth anyway? 2,800 after tariffs. Worth 4 grand. Yeah, it's kind of tempting, but we have plenty of money at the moment. Bulin Deimos, the Archon. I know Kuros is on the station, and I can prove it. The Archon freezes up. Yeah, of course I... Now it's time to drive it home. What inconvenient truth will you reveal to the Archon? Tell the Archon about the secret hypercoms relay on Groombridge Station. As you upload sensor readings and the scans recorded by rad-hardened drones, you explain to Archon Deimos what they show. That you discovered a secret hypercommunication relay in the derelict Groombridge habitat, and it's been sending periodic transmissions to a repeater close to Lucille habitat. Someone has been talking without using official channels. The Archon goes pale. I was told that it'd be all above board. If they're keeping secrets from me, there's no telling what they could be doing. You nod. The Archon shakes her head. How could this happen? They said there'd be no wild experiments. I love how that almost completely took her to our side with just one. League's intel operation here. Archon with the comm intercepts to hear from a radical on Fikenheld. Explaining that you have a communication intercept sent by Kevin Farrow, a dangerous radical agitator on Fikenheld, to Scylla Chorus on Lucille. If Fleet Intel knows about this, then what's their game? The Archon looks grim at this prospect, and if Fleet Intel doesn't know about this, then that's even worse, isn't it? As you forward the fake intercept, the Archon finally finds her words. They told me everyone would be quiet. No trouble. No games. Tell the Archon that you know about the League's intel operation here. You explain to Archon Deimos that you have full documentation of the org chart, budget, and watch schedule of a League fleet intel operation on Lucille. There's even a line item for a safe house, and it all aligns suspiciously close to the cessation of a fleet intel search for Scylla Chorus. You forward the documents you received to the drive the point home that you got everything on this sloppy operation by throwing a few credits around its system. You hint at what a Pather cell could do with this information. The Persian League doesn't seem to be taking Lucille habitat security very seriously. The Archon clenches her jaw and says under her breath, They assured me there'd be no problems. They promised. Let me see, Karus. You don't owe the Persian League anything. I'm under strict orders to keep intelligence matters of the Persian League. Policy secrets. Archon Deimos sounds defeated. Orders from Kazaron? I can see who really runs Lucille. She's a free citizen of the League. Does that mean anything? Fair enough. Sorry for prying. I love you can just be like, nah, I'm good. Okay, thanks, bye. I can see who really runs Lucille. It's not like that at all, the Archon sputters. Lucille is a free and proud. Small, yes, but strategically important, and not tied up in the nepotistic Jen's politics of Kazaron. Her face starts turning red. They don't understand. Out here, we have to work for a living. We face risks those fools can't imagine. What kind of deal is this League if they won't wipe out that pack of pirates holed up in Captain they've been hounding us for cycles? And the fleet taxes! Archon Deimos closes her eyes and takes several deep breaths, then meets your gaze with a new determination. You know what? You're right. I am? The Archon's voice stays with a cold rage that's been building for many cycles. It seems... It's time to show them who Lucille habitat belongs to, and it's not a bunch of Kazaron Jen's babies tracking dirt on our fine station. Captain, take a shuttle and meet me in my executive docking ring. Let's go see this Scylla Chorus. The Archon doesn't await your reply before she pounds the comm disconnect. You're left staring at the spinning crest of Lucille's habitat's executive council. Ooh. Meet the Archon and visit the safe house of Scylla Chorus. I'm gonna grab a drink of water real quick. You step off your shuttle to meet the grim-faced Archon Deimos and her entourage. You are introduced to the other six members of the Lucille Executive Council. The Archon assures you of their full support. Though a surreptitious eye roll by one of the council members in the back suggests that the Archon's enthusiasm is not shared by all. Archon Deimos speaks a quiet word into her comm band, and a small squad of diversely equipped Lucille militia appears. Captain, let's go see that safe house, she says, and turns to lead your party towards the station transport chat. I presume I also have my guards with me, so we have I like to imagine her militia is like dudes with like flak vests and stuff like that, and then my crew is just dudes in power armor with like machine guns the size of a person. Anyway, the safe house is a low-rent commercial warehouse in a medium security volume of the station ring. The thin bulkheads leave you just within earshot of the thudding bass of Twilight Entertainment Concourse and a couple sections over. As a score of officials and station militia approach the entrance of the safe house, a standard cargo lock, a trio of lounging League agents leap to their feet. Watch what happens. The station Archon strides forward, and channeling the resentment you stoked, harangues the League agents for endangering the station, stomping on the rights of League citizenry, and above all, gross incompetence. The young Kazarani agents in command wipes a drop of sweat from their forehead. Archon, we've got this. League security demands... No, you don't got this. This operation is riddled with leaks. The Archon glances briefly at you, and your meltdown of an operation is a direct threat to our security. The Seal Habitat is exerting its sovereign rights in this matter as of now, with the full support of the Executive Council. The League agents lower their wavering pistol, and at that, the flanking agents lose the strength of their composure. Wavering pistol? He's gonna shoot the fucking Archon? I'm sure the militia and our dudes would be very happy to see that. The Archon takes the agent's pistol, checks the safety, then shoves the agent away, leading you to the airlock. Then control panel gives way to executive override codes, and the Archon motions for you to pass through the armored doorway. A woman stands before you, holding a datapad, looking quizzically at the newcomers. You look around the dark space, taking in the shadowy equipment racks, humming machines, and cargo crates. A small zero-G-style hab pod in the corner must be her domestic space. Scylla Carus, I presume. Yes, that's me, and she says cautiously, and... Archon Deimos? This is unexpected. To what do I owe the honor? The Archon nods toward you. Captain Davidios, who has a way of poking around other people's business. Now it's your turn. I have a message for you. Archon Deimos eyes you, a nonverbal inquiry about whether she is intruding, and concludes that she is. I'll let you two speak privately. Citizen Carus, I'm informing you that you are now under the direct protection of the Seal Executive Council. We shall ensure your safety on the station, and, she casts a glance back at the League agents, ensure your right to freedom of movement, as per the Persian League Charter. As if just remembering his existence, the Archon slips the League's agent's pistol into her belt, nods, and steps towards the ongoing shouting match back in the airlock. Baird wants me back, doesn't she? Carus crosses her arms. Give her Baird's message on your datapad. You pass the datapad to Carus, and she takes it to a chair set at a workstation a few meters away, activating a privacy field that dulls the sound and blurs her image. Wait, look around. Look around. You turn to examine the workshop. Racks of sub-AI processing cores sleep in coolant cradles, festooned with wires. An A-Grav-equipped overhead winch holds a machine casing and safety locks above a macro assembler with its modular components exposed. The workbench nearby holds several multi-purpose engineering arms hovering over some device. Its innards arranged like an exploded engineering diagram. A couple of minutes later, the privacy field collapses and Carus emerges. She looks tired. She hands the datapad back to you and says, I'll come with you. What did Baird say? Carus looks at you with eyes hardened and gives an ironic half-smile. Baird always gets her way, didn't you know? Well, let's go then. Okay, but I need... Carus looks over her workbenches, computing array, and products in various stages of completion by, things. You inform her that you have a special team that's well practiced in moving delicate scientific equipment. In fact, you'll introduce her to your ops chief to make arrangements right now. Within the hour, I imagine our ops chief is with us. I imagine he's one of the people arguing in the airlock. Our ops chief just feels like the kind of person who would argue with people for no reason. Within the hour, the full cooperation of Lucille Executive Council and the station quartermaster, you have Asila Carus and her equipment packed and transported to your fleet. Next stop, Glacia Academy Station. Baird always gets her way. Well, actually, first, we're gonna scavenge this fleet fight that we had outside the station. Ooh, a mule. No. Loss of 2 heavy machinery. That's fine with me. Ooh, look at all that stuff. Ooh, is that expanded missile racks? Why, yes it is. Ooh. Increase the ammo capacity of missile weapons by 100% and reduces the rate of fire by missile weapons by 20% if you build it in. That's honestly not that bad. That's really not that bad. Alright, let's go ahead and jump straight to hyperspace, shall we? We're getting the hell out of here. Goodbye, everybody. What do we have around us? Persian League Mercantile Convoy and another Mercantile Convoy. Man, so many Mercantile Convoys. If we were pirates, man, we'd be making great money right now. Just raiding convoys. Alright. So we need to go to Glacia for that, but we do also need to go to Glacia for a different reason. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, we need to go to Magic first. Right, where it is, right? Magic. Nova, Maxios, and the magic system. There we go. We gotta pick up the device. Over fuel capacity. Wow, that'll be fixed real quick. Traveling to Oleandu. New Alcabar. Analyze probe. Nope, we're good. We don't need to analyze any probes, please. Magic. We need to go to Maxios. Nova Maxios, specifically, which is right here. It's actually relatively convenient. Turn on the transponder, please. Take a shuttle to visit Gargoyle's storage unit. Is there anyone we can talk to here? Nah, no one worthwhile anyway. Take goods. Let's go ahead and grab some of that. Let's... Oh, we already know missile racks. Oh, we can just sell this then. Excellent. I don't know when we learned missile racks, but we did at some point. Attack laser. We can sell the lag. What do I have down here? 2 salamanders? We can keep those for the moment. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's check the fleet. See if there's anything interesting we want to buy. Nope, doesn't look like it. Anything in the black market? What is this? Scarab. Scarab is a rare experimental hull built by the Tri-Tachyon Corp. More experimental hulls. Only a limited run of prototypes has been produced. Well, apparently there's 2 of them here. Temporal shell speeds up the flow of time on board the ship, generates a significant amount of flux when used. Oh my. Well, that's certainly something, isn't it? Alright, visit Gargoyle's storage unit. You take a shuttle to the main spaceport concourse, leading a landing party of bodyguards and techs. The reception lounge ceilings are low, the old tube lights flickering, but the new Maxions are proud of their makeshift polity. Some locals catch your crew eyeing a dripping life support conduit and smile, nudging one another. The address given to you by a gargoyle leads you to a rundown logistics ring that looks to you to be used mostly by failing tramp freighters and smugglers. You ask a young desk clerk where to find the unit number Gargoyle provided. Oh, yes, you must be Captain R. Boring? Of course. The clerk squints at the desk terminal nervously. You log away this little joke from Gargoyle as you maintain impeccable composure. I was told you'd be arriving for your cargo just a few minutes ago. Please come right this way. The clerk starts to lead you to a back door, a light bulkhead lock, but freezes. A pallid man in a featureless gray uniform stands on the other side, a spot of gray on the darkness beyond. Mr. Loke, sir, the clerk stutters. I wasn't expecting, if I've been told. The man, Mr. Loke, you presume, smiles blandly and says, I will show the captain the way. Loke simply stops paying attention to the clerk, shifting his attention to you. Still smiling, he nods encouragingly and turns to walk into the darkness beyond the portal. Mr. Loke leads you past rows of sealed storage units into a loading bay. Your footsteps produce a dull metallic echo. Something that smells of organic compounds is leaking. Still smiling blandly, Loke stops and with a wave of his hand unlocks the storage unit. He speaks softly to you. When she heard of this, Jorian told me she thought it was very funny. She wanted me to come and make sure you got what the gargoyle asked Alyssa to make for you. His watery eyes stare at the storage unit. Must be a nice thing. Who are all these people? Thanks, I think. Instead of answering, he gives you a respectful nod and says, goodbye, then walks away into the shadows of the warehouse. You shake your head and turn your attention to the storage unit. Inside, you find a single standard shipping crate. You motion the techs forward and they approach with various handheld scanners. You are in no hurry to be the butt of another of Gargoyle's jokes. The lead tech starts reporting power source, anomalous neutrinos, and minor hyperwave phase distortion. The entire crew of technicians takes an unconscious step back. Hyperwave phasing technology has a poor reputation, and it's never been known to fit in so small a package and remain stable. An hour later, as you are finishing your second hot drink at a nearby cafe, the techs give you the all clear through your datapad, and concluding that as strange as this device is, seemingly a hand-built one-off hyperwave transmitter of some kind, it should pose no immediate danger. You order it removed to your flagship. On the shuttle ride back to your fleet, you ponder tactics for inserting this device into the Aslan hyperwave relay without being spotted by hegemony patrol. A small, fast attachment could do it, or phase ships using their fields to lower their sensor profile, or with a little luck, you could find a quiet moment between patrol rotations. The intercom crackles. Captain, we have arrived. Go to the Aslan system and install the hack transmitter on the Aslan relay. Alright. Do we need fuel? We do not need fuel. We already did that part. Leave. And transverse jump out of here. Oh, there's actually a jump point right there. I could have just gone that way. Ah, whatever. What is that? Why is it stationary? A Buffalo Mark II class destroyer. I really don't care. Okay, we need to go to the Aslan system, which is perfect because we're going to take a quick stop at Glacia to drop off the scientist and a little something special for myself. It's Arcadia. Glacia should be right here. There we go. We'll head into, I believe it's, yeah, this one. 6,000 from there. I think it's this system right here. Oop, this one right here. I could be wrong. I probably should have checked that. Also, turn on the transponder before we jump. Fully. Ah, I was wrong. It was this one. Okay. Well, not too far off, thankfully. And we'll fly our little butts over to Ankria. We have a task there. Trade goods. Let's go ahead and store all of this delightful stuff here. We'll drop off pretty much all of this machinery. We'll drop off all of our Marines. We'll drop off a good chunk of our crew. We'll drop off a huge chunk of supplies. We'll pick the rest of these up later. And we'll drop off most, if not all, of our fuel. You see, I have something very specific and planned. We're going to stash most of the ships here. We're going to put away... Nope, storage. There we go. We're going to stash all of the ships that aren't officered. And we're taking the Draper. In fact, actually, we're going to put away the Azimuth as well. We're going to take just the Draper and this. Our system, we have... Actually, we do need more crew for this. Or need less crew for this. There we go. We need very few crew for this mission. There we go. We have a total of our crew maxed out there. Let's go ahead and just grab the crew we need. I just want the crew we need. And we don't need 85 crew. There we go. Okay. We'll grab a few Marines because I feel like I want to. They're elite, apparently, when I do that. Interesting. When I section them off like that, I'm guessing I just grabbed the 5 like elite Marines out of there. Huh, neat. Alright, sure. Why not? So at least we know there are elite Marines somewhere in our fleet. We'll take as much fuel as we can carry. And a good number of supplies. Like a really good number of supplies. And we will confirm. Okay. Now, let's head to the intersystem jump point. Now, with our transponder on, our relay sensor profile is 1796. With our transponder turned off, it'll be much smaller. Oh, actually, hang on. Nope, there was one thing I wanted to do first. I forgot I was going to do something else important, because I forgot we actually haven't really worked on the phase tender itself, like with its refit screen. Boop. Sorry about that. Had to come right back. Very important things, you know. Now, this one. Because we do still have this. If we were to... Because this got a degraded dry fuel, compact storage, and phase coil instability. What does it take to restore this thing? Under 99,000? Let's do it. That's going to be brand spanking new. So with this thing, if we were to drop... Yeah, it's a sensor profile of 45 versus a sensor profile of, what, 30? If we turn off our... With just these two ships, we'd be very hard to detect. As a note, the phase interaction has no weapons whatsoever. That's pretty good, I'd say. Let's go ahead and... Let's compare real quick. So if we leave... Our sensor profile is 1750. Sensor profiles add to another fleet sensor strength to determine the range at which you're... turn off sustained burn. So our sensor range would be, or detection range would be 375. If we were to go to storage and ditch the Anon, which is my flagship, if we were to ditch the Anon, our sensor array goes down to what? Stays 1345? Huh. I figured with the phase tender it would be a lot less than that. Oop, that was buying fuel. I didn't mean to buy fuel, I meant to get it out of storage. I figured it would be a lot less than that, even with the ship completely offline. Well, we're gonna go ahead and save. We're gonna try and run this with just our phase tender. Just the ship. We're a little slow, but that's okay. And by a little slow, I mean we only have a burn speed of 5, or 9, I should say. Probably should be sustained burn while I'm in system. There we go. 230. While sustained burn, our scanner range is 230. So we are quite able to see people further than they can see us. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the Aslan system that we're going to go into. We need to get to the comm relay, which is over here. Okay, so it's up onto the Tachyon areas, which is in Kodal. Probably dropping in outer system would probably be the smartest idea. Jump, keeping the transponder off. There we go. Inside the nebula, we have a 58 sensor profile. Good God. We should be able to make that distance pretty easily. If we go dark, I think we can get even lower. Yeah, 58. Remember, we have to avoid detection by any means. You can just wait here for a moment while they pass us, and then we'll swing in behind them. Oop, shit. What are you doing? What kind of patrol was that? Swing around randomly. Actually, that's probably a good idea. Swing around randomly. Go dark. Get all the way up next to the station. There we go. Install Gargoyle's hack device on the Aslan relay. I knew this phase center would come in handy. You give the go order to your op chief, who starts speaking in a low voice to the hand-picked squad of veteran salvage techs that are already crossing to the relay on a cargo drone. The entire operation is carried out swiftly and according to the drills. A few quick cuts with low EM tools, bulkhead section removed. Bulkhead section removed, Gargoyle's device secured in place, parasite micro-drones in the chassis will finish attaching the key connections, taps into fiber lines, mostly. The bulkhead seal is sealed and the team withdraws with a few puffs of cold gas thrusters as silently as they approached. Shortly, your comms officer confirms a short burst indicating that Gargoyle's device is operational. Despite Gargoyle's cavalier attitude towards the entire enterprise, your comms and text officers speculate that a hack this intrusive will be discovered very quickly indeed. It would best be to make a hasty escape while you remain undetected. You wonder, too, if the hegemony will trace the hack back to Gargoyle's hideout. A Tri-Tachyon-controlled polity is unlikely to cooperate quickly with any hegemony investigation, but then the investigation might not be official, and less an investigation than a Black Ops snatch squad. You should retrieve the archive from Gargoyle quickly. Leave. I knew this ship would come in handy. Yeah, we're out, boys. Ooh, that was a sensor ping that we just managed to miss. That was good. Go ahead and get the hell out of here. Order jump to hyperspace. As a note, we have plenty of fuel for this next part as well. We should probably, go to the port C system. We're just gonna take the tender all the way there. Because why not? It's very hard to detect. A trade convoy. From Umbra to Captain Starworks. It's pirates. A pirate trade convoy. Really? That's interesting. Oh, this is the place. Let's go drop in at the DD gravity well. We will turn the transponder on. I have no interest in fucking with the Tri-Tachyons at the moment. Open a comm directory to Gargoyle. You enter the comms ID for Gargoyle and nod to your comms officer, stands ready for whatever surprises Gargoyle thinks would be amusing to send through comms. No tricks this time. The display instantly resolves into a familiar face with an unfamiliar expression. Fear. Captain, you need to take me on your ship and get me out of here. They know where I am. I've really died this time. It's incredible. Gargoyle lets out a nervous laugh. The greatest AI since the second AI war. The hacker seems to realize the gravity of the statement. I think they're extremely, entirely unhappy with this time. It's not safe. Take me to the Glacier Academy? Anita can hide me, right? After all I've done, she has to. Wait, who is after you? Do you have the Calitor archive? What if I just leave you here? Oh my god, that's so mean. Do you have the Calitor archive? There's no time for that. But Gargoyle smirks you. I see what you're trying, and don't worry, I've got it locked up nice and tight, secure, encrypted with my own special juice, backed up off-site. It'd take an alpha core to break it out, and that'd take time, if you knew where to look, and you don't. Professor Anita wouldn't have that kind of time if I spill everything you've done together to my big bad hegemony. So, where's my shuttle? Order a shuttle to pick up Gargoyle. Gargoyle nods. That's the way, Captain. I'll collect my toys. Your shuttle gets in and out without any suspicious inquiries from traffic control. They're not wise to what's going on. Yet. Probably. You order Gargoyle confined to quarters well away from the bridge, and your comms officer to keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Captain, your tactical officer calls your attention. Hegemony fleet incoming. From which direction? From which direction? Don't know which direction it's coming from, so I can run away faster. Coming from the bottom. Alright, we're out. Get the fuck out of here. I don't care if they can see us. Or the Tri-Tacs can see us turn off our transponder, because they ain't catching us dead. No way in shit. I don't know what hegemony fleet is there, but I'm not going there. And that is why I kept the phase tender. Not the only reason why I kept the phase tender, but it was fun. It's one of the reasons I wanted to keep it. Oh, order jump to hyperspace. I imagine the hegemony are probably crawling all the way. Oh, yeah, they are. You didn't see anything. That's a lot of built-in hull mods on that ship, and none of them are defects. Oh my goodness. Nope. I'm done there. Thank you very much. I presume they're going to be crawling over the place all the way to Galatia. Thankfully, we can see people a lot farther than they can see us. Ooh, what's this? Sorry, I can't help but distracted by shiny things. A manticore. They could have a large gun on it. Might as well look. Ooh, minor weapons cache. Sure. And we'll take all of these supplies. Thank you very much. Jump, keeping the transponder off. The Glacier Academy doesn't need to know why we're here without our transponder on. Your ship is interrupted in the middle of standard approach sequence. Instead of the usual traffic control chatter, your flagship receives a comm request directly from the office of the Provost. The captain reports your comms officer. She wants to speak with you. Open a channel. The image of Provost Anita Baird appears. Captain, it is good to see you return, finally. Bring her by the shuttle, she says directly to this docking port. Oh, she says directly to this docking port. The chime signals the receipt of navigation instructions and docking codes. I'll meet you there. The comm line shuts off. Oh yeah, we gotta deal with that part first. Then we'll deal with Gargoyle. You step off the shuttle, thrusters clicking as they cool, followed by Scylla Carouse. The scientist was quiet on the brief shuttle ride, which has returned her to Glacia Academy Station after her time in hiding. As promised, Provost Baird is waiting with a small group of masked guards and senior advisors. Academic and Sebastian waves as your gaze drifts over him. It's good to have you back with us, Scylla, says Baird. And you didn't see. Wave back to Sebastian. Wave back to Sebastian. Hey, go what? I love Sebastian. He's great. He's such a nervous lad. I like him. Sebastian smiles widely as you wave back. Baird is intent on Carouse and makes no acknowledgement. Carouse nods to Baird's words, though occupies herself with examining the reception lounge. It hasn't changed much, she says. Something this doesn't please the provost, you think? Well, says Baird, I believe you'll find that quite a lot has changed. Academic and Alvis Sebastian, please come forward, thank you. I understand you knew Scylla back at his vigorous nods. She says, yes, of course. Sebastian begins to welcome Carouse, shaking her hand and ask about her trip. Carouse raises an eyebrow at the question, and Baird interrupts. There'll be time for that later, Alvis. Please show the newly reinstated Academic and Carouse to her quarters, then show her the new laboratory. Baird pauses, seeming to examine Carouse for a response, but Scylla simply bows her head slightly in acknowledgement without meeting Baird's eyes. Scylla, I hope you can thrive here. Again, please go with Alvis and keep an open mind, Baird says. With a sigh, Baird turns from them to you. Captain, thank you for finding her and bringing her home. The Provost watches the two leave the receiving lounge, starting to chat. Carouse finally starting to smile. With Scylla, we can begin it all again. Baird holds up a hand to indicate an adjoining transport pod. Let us remove to a more suitable setting for the continuation of our discussion. We've also got this hacker guy on our ship. He want to talk to you. Baird seems to study through the passing conduits and vistas visible through the pod's bay windows, lost in thought. The silence grows, and you find that this may be an opportunity to ask something of the Provost without interrupting one of her lectures. I don't think the Persian League will be very happy to lose Carouse. She doesn't like you, does she? Baird looks at you for a long moment. You think you see something new, something almost like emotional pain. Scylla never appreciated the gifts the Academy offered her. It's how she was raised, perhaps. Her insubordination was indulged, became habitual, but with time, when she sees what we accomplish, maybe her higher sense of rationality will win out. I know she is capable of it. Baird turns, staring forward, and says her jaw. I don't think the Persian League will be happy to lose her. Some among their ranks, yes. A hint of smile forms on Baird's face. But others can see that this is the best way forward. The League can't pull the best and brightest from the entire sector. The Glacia Academy can. They don't have the theoretical research and experimentation infrastructure we do. It's all practical matters with their fleet ad armamentorium. Weapons, warships, heavy industries, and doling out contracts to Gen's allies. Furthermore, sub-factions within the League could not call an open vote on a matter so delicate as this. We merely resolve their political questions by other means. The Provost tips her head towards you, acknowledging your role. Say nothing. Through the silence, you can almost hear Baird thinking. The transport pod hisses to a halt, and you feel the subtle shift of A-grav fields. You step off and note that this seems to be a back entrance, which allows Baird to avoid the waiting room full of important people unused to being told to wait. You follow Provost Baird into her office, and the doors close with a notable absence of sound. She motions you to a seat in front of her desk. First, she says, you ought to be compensated for your fine work recovering a valuable asset. Baird unlocks her desk interface and enters some commands. Your personal datapad pings in response. Gained 100,000 credits. Hey, that almost paid for the repair of our phase tender by itself. Baird taps at her interface, her face illuminated by a moving image. She seems to be settling in, she says, watching. A hollow projects into space above her desk. Surveillance feed of a gleaming new physics laboratory. Sayla Caruso is being introduced by Sebastian to various academicians, judging by their formal dress, and technicians in various states of protective garb. They look young and eager to begin work. She motions at the image. We'll rebuild what we can from Caruso's independent work, and what she can recall, but without the Calator archive it would be inconvenient to recapture certain datasets. Baird looks up at the proverbial sky. I expect that the Hegemony Ministry of Technology Standards has installed very particular forms of surveillance in place around the Glacier system in order to avoid being caught flat-footed by another little accident. We dare not interfere directly, lest we give them another excuse to meddle. Acquire the Calator archive, Captain, Baird says. And quickly, she turns away, dismissing you. It would be premature to speak too much about what I am building toward, but a magnificent breakthrough is growing closer. You feel the doors open soundlessly behind you, and the mirror-masked guard's presence like a slight rise in ambient static electricity. Time to go. Oh, as a note, open comm directory. Anita Baird. What brings you? Oh, I can't talk to him. Do I just have to redock? Yeah, I had to redock. Okay. Captain reports her comms officer. She wants to speak with you. Again. The image of Provost Anita Baird appears. Bring your special cargo by shuttle. She says, directly to this docking port. A chime signals the receipt of navigation instructions, docking codes. I shall be waiting. You step off the shuttle, thrusters clicking as they cool, with Gargoyle in tow. The hacker's barrage of questions, suggestions, and handsiness towards any control panel or gadget within reach has you at the limit of your patience after only a brief shuttle ride. As promised, Provost Baird is waiting with a small group of masked guards and senior advisors. So this is Gargoyle, she says. Anita, we meet at last, Gargoyle bows grandly. I am honored to accept your invitation to teach at Glacier Academy, then stands up straight, smiles widely. Looking around, what shall my curriculum be, Excellent parties, security theater, perhaps a personal account of the salacious events leading up to the Third AI War? Baird smiles mirthlessly, then motions someone from her party forward. Gargoyle, meet academic Alvin Sebastian. Poor Sebastian. Yes, deal with Gargoyle. Baird says in a tone that would not be out of place on the bridge of a hegemony warship. Alvis, kindly show Gargoyle to the guest suite we've prepared. Now, please. She turns away from them to you, apparently confident that Sebastian will handle the situation. Captain, our guest complicates matters, but she turns to watch the two leave the receiving lounge. Gargoyle seemingly choosing to cooperate with Sebastian's stammering appeals. The hacker seems to be wholly occupied by discovering how to fluster the academic. Oh, poor Sebastian. It appears that I gained another valuable asset in addition to the Calator archive, she says, by virtue of your initiative, of course, Captain. I will not forget that when time comes, but she takes in her surroundings and dismisses the guards and advises with a wave. Let us remove to a more suitable setting to complete our conversation. Baird seems to study the passing windows, conduits, and vistas through the pod's bay windows. Lost in thought, the silence grows, and you find you may be an opportunity to ask something of the Provost without interrupting one of her lectures. What will you do if the hegemony suspects you're behind the hack? Baird looks at you. They suspect me already, of course. The Glacier Academy will appeal the original data seizure and demand the return of basic scientific research material, which is not illegal under the even old domain law. This data breach only proves the danger of restricting basic research if this situation enables unsavory parties to exploit discoveries without oversight from the Ecomencia. I appreciate the irony of my objection, of course, but this is war by public relations. There is no room for scruples. I'll be exactly as cynical as they already believe me to be, and they'll believe the act because it is true. As Baird speaks, you find a note of satisfaction in her description of plot and counterplot. Behind that truth, of course, she continues, is what really happened, which shall be a fait accompli once they discover it, and one too embarrassing to publicize. So what do you think of Gargoyle? Baird looks at you, raising an eyebrow, then looks back at nothing. Singularly charming, she says deadpanned. I was a teacher for 20 cycle, Captain. I've had worse. That's pretty fair, actually. I like Gargoyle. He's fun. Through the silence, you can almost hear Baird thinking. Transport pod hisses to a halt, and you feel the subtle shift of A-grav fields. You step off and note this seems to be a back entrance. Yep, we already saw that part. As you enter Baird's office, you notice Sela Caruce waiting in the sitting area. She nods in greeting as she folds up the portable workstation. Ah, Sela, good. Give me just a moment. Baird moves behind her desk, unlocks the interface, and taps in command. Captain, allow me to properly compensate you for your good work, Baird says. I trust this will help cover certain of expenses? Certain of your expenses. I feel like that needs an overpass from grammar. For writing purposes. She turns back to her desk interface and taps a few more keys, activating a holoprojector. A detailed progress report on Gargoyle's activities flickers into being, including timetables for decrypting the Calator archive. Baird motions at the display. Sebastian is more capable than he appears. He's both persistent and meticulous. Caruce speaks up. He's been very helpful in getting my new team set up in the last 5 minutes. Baird's nods in acknowledgement, and Caruce continues. It looks like we should... Oh, and Caruce continues. It looks like we should have the archive fully decrypted in about a week. Depending on what we get sooner, I may be able to restart my previous avenues of research. Caruce looks to you. The Glacia jump point experiment, she says, giving name to her previous project. That's not how I want to do it, but Provost Thomas, he said the timetable was 2. But interrupts, you don't need to explain yourself, Academician. The captain understands that you will take all reasonable precautions when we reach the experimentation stage. In fact, they may be instrumental in carrying out these experiments. Provost Baird pauses and turns to you, examining your reaction to what both she and Caruce have just said. I wonder what happens if we dropped off Gargoyle first, then Scylla. Interesting. Just wondering what this is all for, Captain. Yes, not really. The pay is good. Say nothing. You won't fall for this again. She proceeds without regard for your non-response. This is about opening up the galaxy again, Captain. Yes, you see it now. The gates. It was always about the gates. Baird taps a datapad, and the holoprojector flickers a 3D hyphae map into existence. You recognize the image, a map of the domain-era gate network within the Persian system. A dense spot in one prominent lobe contains what you know as the core worlds. Or more precisely, what the gates can do, Baird says. Caruce speaks up. It's about freedom, but what the domain used to dominate humanity, well, we can escape from this small, cruel world. We still live in their shadow. I mean, the hegemony, of course, but even the Tri-Tachyon and the Luddix, they're all reactions to the power the domain had. No one has truly escaped. Scylla and Caruce looks up at the slowly spinning gate network, but maybe we can. All of us. You notice that Baird has watched Caruce without emotion through his speech. At its conclusion, the Provost speaks to you in a tone of commanding finality. Come back in a week or so, Captain. My people need time to work, and you've earned a break. But keep your head down. The factions are restless after the job you pulled in Aslan. Baird turns her desk Baird turns to her desk console, expressions moving across her face as she appears to skim messages. That is all, Captain. And Scylla. I want to talk to you about your intentions with this technology. Baird turns from her desk display and looks through you. There is no technology, Captain, merely possibilities, and vast though those possibilities may be, they are yet mere possibilities. She turns away again, dismissing you. We shall speak of this later. Caruce gives you a sympathetic look as she packs up her portable workstation. You feel the doors open soundlessly behind you, and the mirror-masked guards presence like a slight increase in static electricity. Time to go. Open the comm directory. Gargoyle. I'm just curious what he wants to say. You enter the ID, hand hovering over a glowing confirm sigil. The comms officer nods, ready to respond to whatever surprises Gargoyle thinks would be amusing to send through the link this time. The display resolves from a mesmerizing fractal battleground to a familiar face grinning impishly at you. Ah, dead videos, are you back to find something interesting to do? I've got all sorts of wonderful ideas. And then he says nothing. Okay. Maybe that's something they'll add later. Is more stuff from him. Let's see. Oh, I can talk to Scylla. Hello, Captain, Caruce says, her attention on a flickering bank of holographic data tables. I'm sorry, I'm so busy. What is it you need? Do you think Baird can be trusted? Has Gargoyle been helpful? Oh, very helpful, she says with a smile. You get just a really different perspective from Gargoyle. There are so many assumptions, invisible little things we do, as an institutional organization without realizing, and, well, also the technical stuff, like code. It's been a bit strange, and teamwork in the traditional sense is mostly out of the question, but if we find a little self-contained project for Gargoyle, it can work out great. Thank you all for all you've done to us. It could have gone very poorly. You think Baird can be trusted? She looks at you for a moment that sighs. You know she'll probably listen to this, right? Well, she knows how I feel, and I'm not going to pretend I believe otherwise. I don't like a lot about what she does and how she does it. Say what you will about the Provost, she's effective. It's better than any alternative I've seen so far. The alternative? I don't know, she says, making weapons. Wait, weapons for the hegemony? Sector collapse due to pre-hyperdrive levels? Torturing AI shards for Tri-Tach? I couldn't do that. I don't even know what the Luddites would make of me. Bruce gives a laugh. Put me in a nunnery, probably. Might not be so bad. Friend Caven doesn't seem like a type that would ever work for Baird. Caven, she just pauses for a moment. Looking up and elsewhere, she smiles for a moment and shakes her head. No, he wouldn't. He'd get on with Baird like a hull breach, that's for sure. Why do you ask? I was wondering if you shared his views. He seems unreliable. You were close once. She lets out an awkward laugh. I see. He has a way of making an impression, doesn't he? That's why he was so, She shakes her head once and then looks at you brightly, a facade pulled over what her true feelings are. Well, Captain, she says, I'm not still in that art collective, am I? That's a question, not an answer. The moment draws out. She looks away, then rapidly taps her lab interface, flooding the view with holographic data tables. I really must be getting back to work. Goodbye. The feed flickers and a generic Glacier Academy holding signal appears. Open the comm directory. My good friend Sebastian, how are you doing? Welcome back, Captain. It's good to see you, Sebastian says cheerfully. Alright, about available jobs. What do we have that's interesting? Bay's Physics Department has requested a retrieval of an object of scientific interest from a derelict ship near Gamma Pantheon. A key academician from the Gravity Dynamics Department was kidnapped while performing research by pirates out of Karas, and needs someone to be retrieved from them now that a ransom has been negotiated. Kidnapped researcher, or should we head off? Because we've done both of these before. A derelict object might be interesting. Yeah, it's pretty far out there. We can see if there's any, 73,000 credits, 24 light years away. Let's see if there's anything interesting out there. Technical crew is transferring necessary equipment to your flagship, and you have the datapad. I've sent your sense off to the documentation. Oh, hold on, this is something new. The Phase Physics Department needs you to pop on over to the Gamma Pantheon system. That's 24 light years away to retrieve, a domain-era forge component from a derelict ship. I guess it's in the ship, or maybe the cargo? It says here they have a pretty good idea of exactly where it is within the hull itself, anyway. This should be simple, right? He pauses briefly. Oh, the payment. Once you return from the domain-era forge component to the Academy, the finance office will pay you 73,000 credits. Sebastian jumps as if he just realized something. Captain, you might, I have been authorized to provide you with a neutrino detector for the mission. A technical crew is transferring necessary equipment to your flagship, and he taps the datapad, and I've sent your stuff to the documentation. We found the neutrino detector very helpful for pinpointing interesting, all sorts of things while surveying distant systems. Power sources show up especially well, though sometimes you get a false signal. Oh, and one more thing. We haven't figured out a way to quite close the regenerative loop on the plasma reflector, and just be sure to stock extra volatiles in your cargo bay to keep the detector running. Good to hear. I'll make sure you have everything you need. We're not going to deal with the kidnapped researcher at the moment. I have no intention of dealing with that at the moment because it's a repeat of a mission we've done previously. We are going to head back to Ankria and recover the rest of our fleet. Do we have anything interesting out there? Let's see. Our mission currently is on Gamma Pantheon. Survey a cryovolcanic world. Sure, let's grab that because it's on our way out. Survey a barren world. Analyze a supply cache for the Independence. Let's accept that. Sure, why not? And domain error probe in the wrong direction. Any bounties in that area? There is 2. Nope. That's a lot of cruisers. A pirate cruiser, or a pirate venture, and a normal venture. 89,000 credits. That's a pretty sizable fleet for a small combat fleet like myself. We could probably take it. It would just be a bit of a tough fight, I think. Anyway, let's head back to the station and grab our main ship fleet. Okay, first of all, let's sell off these metals. Then, in storage, let's go ahead and pick up all of our stuff. Actually, first, let's pick up our ships. Abort. Pick up our fleets first. Let's... Oh, cannot sell that ship. Storage. Take. Ooh. You know, if we were going to go after that bounty, having a giant cruiser would be really useful. Just saying. Let's take the Fand. Let's take all of my ships back. Thank you. Having one of these big, beefy boys to to really stock up our forces would be pretty solid if we were to go after a big ship, a big combat enemy. A big bounty, I should say. Anyway, let's go to storage. And let's take everything here. Oh, not everything. We're leaving... Actually, let's leave the weapons behind. We don't need these here. We don't need to take these with us, is what I'm going to say. We'll leave this stuff here. I've been meaning to drop it off anyway. Okay. I think that's everything. Let's check to see if there's anything... Oh, I was going to drop this ship off, though. Because we do not need the fleet tender with us. And it is technically slowing us down. Store the fleet tender, thank you. I know that decreases our fuel capacity, so let's drop that off there. There we go. But it also decreases our maintenance costs. Because the fleet tender, a phase ship, is pretty expensive to maintain. It's, yeah, 15 maintenance per month. Woo. Woo. That's a little less than the HSS Interstellaration, which is the elite eagle that's in front of us here, which is very tempting to take out of storage. How much was it to restore this thing? 391,000. It'd be good. It'd be really good if we did restore this, though, because it is a beast of a ship. It's a 14th battle group ship. Everything that's 14th battle group is a beast of a ship. Very tempting, but I don't think it's worth it. Not at the moment, at least. Let's go ahead and store off the HSS Interstellaration. All right. What do we have on the ISS Fond? Degraded life support and faulty backer. That's what it was. Okay. Nothing terribly concerning at the moment. Very well. All right, moving right along. Let's go ahead and reassign our ships because we need to... Oh god, we need to rearrange this whole thing. Gotta rearrange all the ships because they're out of order again. Put the Vigilance in the back, the Hyperion right in front of the Vigilance, the Lashus up front because why not? Tankers in the back, please. Okay. I would like to captain the Anon. Let's see. We've got Kelly Harper. Let's get you on... Let's see. Your target analysis, ballistic weaponry, and gunnery implants. Let's put you on... the Epius? Yeah. Kelly, you can take the Epius. Let's see. We've got Blair Onka. You go on the... Hyperion, if I remember correctly, because you're the reckless officer. I want you putting that ship in combat, please. This is our Ion Chaser. Let's put Callie in charge of that. Yeah, let's put Callie in charge of that. And Obazoo, helmsmanship, impact mitigation, damage control, analysis. I gotta like re-familiarize myself with everyone here. Systems expertise. Ooh, you'd be good on all kinds of fun things, actually. Peak operating time, overload duration, chance of buildings, and low compariness. You might actually be a better officer for this than the other one. Helmsmanship, systems expertise. Oh, you also systems expertise. But it's not elite. That's fine. We'll put you in charge of... We'll put you in charge of this one. That's the one with the mining blast that has the kind of the burst weapons. So we'll keep you in charge of that one. Also, it's got D-mod, so I need someone I can trust to, you know, keep track of that bloody thing. Compromised armor and erratic fuel injector. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and I think we got everything back in order. Yeah, looks like everything's back in order. Let's get some more fuel or more supplies. Thank you. Not fuel. We have enough fuel. We, in fact, do not need any fuel. Makeshift shield generator. Those things are so bad. All right. Let's go ahead and... Do we look at if they have any fun ships here? They have another cruiser. Or another Eagle. But if I'm going to get an Eagle, I might as well just restore mine. It's only 3 times the cost of a new one. Actually, that's not a new one. It's a damaged anyway. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Okay. Let's take a shuttle down to visit Dockside Bar. Let's see if there's anything interesting going on, shall we? Ringing the official about increased pirate raids. Gets the attention of the woman so angered by pirate activity. A notable figure in the intra-system commerce, a simple citizen, she explains, who is disappointed by lack of decisive action. It makes one think these patrols are more interested in tariff enforcement than fighting pirates. It seems that way. You nod and put an appearance of shared concern as the rant winds down. The woman's attention fully focused on you now. The patrol officer gives you a quiet and gives you a thankful look, and taking their drink, scurries towards the quiet end of the bar. You're a starship captain, yes? I'll tell you what we've been thinking, Lara King. Oh, she's actually a hegemony official, looks like, given that, but she says she's a citizen. Only a few concerned associates, I put together a fund for a bounty on all pirate fleets in and near the Thryle star system. 15 light years away, I'd serve 1,000 credits per frigate. With more payout for larger hulls, running this bounty for 120 days, she sent a strong message to the pirates. What do you say, Captain? I'm not going to be in the area. Perfect posture. Shadowy booth to join the men with perfect posture. Also, oh, it's Lawrence Elysium again. But didn't we meet you before? Aren't you the captain of this station? Anyway, without insignia or uniform, you instantly tag them as military. It's the boots. They can never quite give up the mil-spec boots. Captain of the videos, he says, you are known to my organization as a capable and discreet operative. I am a proposed simple mission for you to carry out. Payment would consist of 48,000 credits upon completion. As for the operation, he continues as a briefing. A cadet enter a standard orbit of Kulon in the Hypersol system to deploy a spy satellite package. Nope, no interest in doing that right now. Thank you, though. Also, no, he's not. He just looks like him. Must have a twin. Okay. It is this way. To the jump point. No point in stressing the ships at the transverse jump if we don't need to. Ooh, is this in the direction we're going? Is not. Gotta check. You never know. It could be in the direction we're going. And that would be very useful. Missed the start. Oh, look, it's Admiral Elysium again. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't actually him, but apparently he might have a twin brother. Welcome to the stream, Jeff. Nice to see you here. Okay, let's see. You'll have to watch back the beginning. We basically just did story missions for 2 hours straight there for a little while. So that was fun. We're off to go make some money, is what we're off to go do right now. There is a bounty there. I really don't think we can take that. 3 combat, fast attack cruisers. I know the Eradicators are apparently really good about, just chasing down enemies and blowing them up. But her supporting ships look garbage. So getting behind her cruisers and taking them out might be doable. What system is she in? Barren world and system with a dwarf primary star in the Serenkov. A dwarf star. Serenkov constellation, Serenkov constellation. Okay, it's one of these two. It's either Togar or Gamma Serenkov. Well, you pop out and go back to the start. Just wanted to say I'm loving the series. Well, thank you for the support, Jeffrey. Remember, Jeffrey, if you ever want a ship named after you, you're welcome. Just gotta say, which one? No guarantee that it'll survive after I name it, though. That is usually how this kind of thing goes. I think I want to tackle this mission. I want to try and take it down. And the other one's the black hole. Cryovolcanic world. Beta Mangrula, which is this black hole. Let's go and head to Togar. Oh, it's like a perfect path right through this nebula, right? Or the chunk of hyperspace. Whoop. And over and up. Irradiated world, is that where we're going? Nope, it's the opposite direction. Gotta check these things. Ooh. That's a big fleet. Okay. What did it say she was doing? Hiding out somewhere. In a system with a dwarf primary star. Oh, a barren world. Okay, so if I jump in and there's no barren world, then I know exactly where I'm where I'm not supposed to be going. Oh, hello. She might be here, which I find concerning given the thing that is next to me. Take it nice and slow. As a note, we're visible from further away than we can see people because our sensor range is terrible. Because we have a bunch of freighters and a bunch of small ships. We need big ships for big scanning. For big scanning? For big scanning. We go completely dark. What's our rent sensor range? 450. We can just barely see further than they can see us. Maybe, except they've got better sensors than we do. Oh, that's them. I'm gonna make a quick save in case things go terribly wrong. Because, well, let me put it this way. I just started Xenonauts, and I don't need that level of stress in my life right now. You named one already. Face. Oh, I did. Did I? I did, didn't I? Right. It was the Draper. I completely forgot about that. I think with his name on the stealth ship. Hey, just cause you might be big or fat doesn't mean you can't be stealthy. All right. Open a comm link. Just die already. You're boring me. Well, jeez, you are rotten. Nephi Rotten. Her name is literally Nephi Rotten. All right. We're gonna engage you. Yeah, like, other than the cruisers, her support ships aren't really that amazing. If we take out her support ships and then ignore the big ships for a little while, we've got a lot of little ships. We could just run around them in circles for a little while. Move in to engage. We're actually going to deploy in the Tempest this time. There's no chasing to be done in this fight. Let's not deploy the Lashers because they're not as fast as the rest of our ships. Or the Hyperion. No, it's a big fight. We should bring the Hyperion. We're going to try and get around their big guys. I'll grab the sensor jammer since I'm the fastest. And I can catch up to the fleet once it's done. That's my point. Going. Okay, as soon as we see the cruisers, we're gonna mark them as a void. Okay, there they are. And mark the cruisers as a void. I'm going to viciously target down their ships as much as possible. Okay, there's another one of the cruisers. They didn't bring in all three, it looks like. Or it's over here somewhere. They're also really hanging around those cruisers right now. Really want to try and take them out of there if I can. Can I terminate one of you guys on that guy? No, too distance. Okay. Come on, fire the blaster. Fire the blaster, damn it. How much charge does this thing take? There we go. I think I'm actually faster than the missiles. I am, in fact, faster than the missiles. Okay, that's one of their ships down. Did you guys crater that guy? I don't know if they killed him or not. We killed at least one of them. We've got avoid ores on both those guys. Okay. What is this one? There's a buffalo behind him. I'm gonna try and tank out the buffalo, because that's a lot of extra missiles we don't need to deal with. Hello, that's something I can just ignore. There we go. That's done. Get out now. Okay, there's another boy behind me. We're gonna go ahead and just go this way. Cabe, thanks. Bye! Sensor jammer at Delta lost. That's fine. Ooh, actually, yeah, they didn't send any of their big ships in this direction. Fucking eliminate these guys. I'll help, since I'm right here. Oof. Watch where you're firing those things, buddy. Oh, nice torpedo from behind. Who was that? That was the Hyperion. My flagship's combat range is going down. That's fine. Not terribly worried about that. I'm faster than you and you're phased. How does that make you feel, buddy? Oh, right. I'm holding fire. Okay. Who else can we clear at the moment? Let's... You three moving down here. I saw there was a destroyer down there, more or less by itself. Let's let's try and get around to that destroyer. I'll distract the big ships. I'll try and take out these phase ships. That's a good chunk of damage done to that guy. Let's back off and recharge. Okay. You guys, I want you to engage this guy. Cancel that one. I don't have a command point to order at the moment. That's a shame. We do get the comm relay, though. That's great. That's unintentionally good. If we remove the avoid order on him, we might be able to get all of our guys to engage him on their own. Safely. I'll distract the other ships. Come on. Damn it. All the harpoons are really in my way. Being straight up faster than missiles is very useful. Okay, the Hyperion is reducing in combat readiness at the moment. If we can get... We still don't have enough command points to order a move there. Come on. Come on. I'm visible. I hear something approaching me. There we go. He's down. Get the hell out of here. How's this going? Beams are doing good. Again, this is pretty much just us playing a flanking game at the moment. Taking down the little ships while we push around. Ooh, hey, look. Fresh meat. Go get him, boy. Ah, he missed. Come on. Come on. Get around them. Oh, he's got his shield back up already. Hey, but he lowered it the last possible second. Or the worst possible second, I should say. Goodbye! We'll be going this way now. Okay, with that taken care of, how's this going? Well, the enemy's on fire, so that's pretty good, I'd say. I'm guessing you had something to do with that. Oh, actually, no, you're pointed over at this guy. We can erase the avoid indicator on that guy, and let's bring in the fleet. I'd like all of you to help me eliminate this guy, while I take care of his crony in the back. Nice shot, buddy. Alright. Now unfazed so I can shoot you full of holes. Did I somehow... Oh, he shot something at me before I could shoot him. What are you doing here? I want the 4 of you focused on... Oh, wait, they killed him. Holy shit. Okay, they actually straight up killed him. Still no command points. 55 seconds. Oh, you little shit. Alright, boys. Let's flank this fool. Wolf, the half-can, is reducing in cover radius. Well, if he wants to turn his shield all the way around to me and just open himself up to 2 hammerheads and a hammerhead and 2 lashers, I'm okay with that. You're a moron, sir. I don't think that dude's gonna live much longer. It's a hunch. I want to watch him explode. Beautiful. Very good. Alright. Oh, right, because I ordered an eliminate command on that guy. That's why I was out of command points. Nice torpedo there, buddy. Oh, was it Halfgan that is currently running low on supplies? Yeah, you can go ahead and retreat then, buddy. You're fine. You can get out of here. Also, you're being chased by a fucking cruiser on your own at the moment. Lashers and you 3, eliminate that guy. It's just a destroyer, so I presume you're able to do so. I will go distract the cruiser so the wolf can escape. As unless it doesn't want to turn its shield towards me, in which case I'd be pleased to just dump antimatter rounds into its butt. No, I don't think you get to point at me, buddy. You really don't get to point at me. You're not nearly fast enough for that. What are you guys doing over here? Oh, shit, everyone's over here. The other one's gone. I was like, what are you guys doing here? Everyone's dead. That's what you're doing. Oh, shit. Ray shields. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was about to explode because the two hammerheads have arrived and started firing torpedoes at it. This is gonna be a good one. Oh, the Hyperion's over there now. I love the Hyperion, just teleporting around. Needs to vent? Cool, I'll just leave. Oh, just pound the crap out of it, boys. Yes! Hang on, let me get a little bit of that. There we go. I shouldn't have underestimated my fleet. And not a single one of our ships was really even damaged. Actually, the Hyperion's combat radius is 0. Holy crap. That went fast. Okay. And they had nothing left in reserve. They have nothing to chase. No ship recovery. Don't have anything worth taking. I'm just here for the bounty. Okay. Thank you for that. Oh, Jeffrey, nice of you to enjoy. Excellent, excellent. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Oh, they actually did drop something. Assess. Consider ship recovery. No. I'm good. I don't need the wolf. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. We can't do emergency burn or transverse jump because the Hyperion has no combat readiness available. Probably should have had the Hyperion retreat earlier, but I didn't notice it went down. We're just gonna ignore those things and get the hell out of here. Alright, well, that's some money taken into my pocket, and Beta Mingrilla is our first stop. We are surveying a cryovolcanic world. Sure. Near a black hole. Let's not get too close to the black hole, shall we? I have no idea which one of these is going to be the cryovolcanic world, so... Okay, then. We're going to ignore that. And go here instead. I'm very curious what might be lingering by the inner system jump point that's hostile. Cryovolcanic world. This one right here. We got gas giant, rocky ice, frozen, barren, bombarded, cryovolcanic barren, gas giant, and barren. We'll head there. We're quite visible. Keep that in mind. No one's here. Contracted to run a full survey on. Perform the survey. Darkness. I mean, yeah, it's around a black hole. Dense atmosphere. Tectonic activity. Extreme cold. Low gravity. Low gravity's pretty good. Perform survey. Plentiful volatiles. Abundant ore. And abundant rare ore. So remember the thing we have that increases volatiles production by 3? I'm just saying, if it wasn't for the incredible hazardness of this world, because it's, what is the hazard rate in this world? It's gotta be like 300%, right? Yeah, it's 300%. 300%. But having 5 units of volatiles being produced, ooh, that'd be good. We'll leave for the moment. I am very curious what was hostile near the jump point, but I don't know if I want to find out. Damn it, asteroids. The Zodiacal Light suffers damage. Which one are you? Ah, one of the transports. Ah, there's a large fleet there. Hi. You must be coming to investigate me. Yes, I see you. Ah, there you are. Pursuing your fleet. Oh! Oh, you're the other bounty fleet. How's our fleet readiness at the moment? Hyperion, how are you? You're actually fully ready to go again for another fight. I could. They have a Venture Mark II. I wasn't really fully aware of what the Venture Mark II was capable of last time I fought. They got 2... They really have less firepower than the other fleet we just fought. But their support ships are way less shitty. Except for the Mudskipper, that's pretty bad. And the Mule, that's pretty bad. Yeah, sure, why not? It's extra money. We could use extra money. Moving to engage. Once again, we're going to stick with the fast ships, eliminating their support. I'm actually not going to bring in the Hyperion at first. The Hyperion, while it does suit the system of a fast ship, it is mainly for anti-capital assaults, really, more than it is for light ships. Oh, they've got multiple kites in their fucking, like, fleet. You wanna engage me, bruh? I'll engage you, bruh. I'll fucking murder you, bruh. Die. You don't fucking get to fight me and live. We'll do an avoid order on the Venture. Yeah, that's cute. I'm gonna go for the little ship behind you. You have no chance of stopping me from doing so. Oh no! Missiles! Whatever will I do? I'm faster than them. Oh no! You're overloaded. Die. I actually can't really kill you at the moment. These die? Thank you. I'm just gonna leave that there. Okay, thanks. Bye! Because there's a lot of shit coming my way. Thankfully, I'm faster than all these fighters, and my drones will just kill them. Okay, you guys are all, like, split up now. You know what? Let's bring in a fleet. And have all of them focus down the Venture. We'll ignore that for the moment. And you, I want engage against them. Nope, you two. Nope, you two. And you kill that. Right, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's more or less fine. No, let's just cancel this. Let's let these 3 ships do their own thing for the moment. I'm gonna try and help this guy out with his enforcer problem. Hi, how you doing? It'd be a shame if someone was behind you. It'd be a shame if your shields had to look in 2 directions at once. It'd be a shame if I was way faster than any torpedo you could ever fire at me. My flagship readiness is reducing, okay. So that Venture will be killed momentarily. Let's give you a hand with those, shall we? You seem a little overwhelmed at the moment. Killing fighters is my specialty. Yep, Venture disabled. Okay, I want you guys to clear up to him. You join them. I'm gonna go help him get away from his friends. Ooh, what's hitting me? Oh, a Venture is hitting me. Okay. Hi. Didn't think I'd be in range of you. Okay, thanks. Bye. Hi, I hear you've been picking on my friends. It'd be a shame if someone blew you up. You think that little teleportating trick is gonna work on me, buddy? You really think that's gonna work? Alright, die. I'm sick of you. One of you get him. Oh, you clever little shit. You think you're so clever. Oh, we lost the Halfkin. Holy shit. Okay. That's unexpected. How are you doing? You're, I presume, just letting that guy chase you around like a moron. You're fighting way too much crap on your own. I'm gonna trust that they're able to take care of that. I'll take care of this. Alright, how's the Hyperion's combat readiness? Fine. Mudskipper Mark II retreated. Oh, Mudskipper retreated. Cool. It's a Mudskipper Mark II. It's a single gun. Not terribly concerning. Venture Mark II destroyed. Full assault. Be super aggressive. I want no escaping. Hi, how you doing? Want a hand? Ooh, tasty. Go get him, boy. I'll just dump an antimatter right up your butt while you're not paying attention. That's a shame. Oh no, you're exploding. Seem to have a lot of problems there, buddy. He's a very good officer, though. You should come work for me. I guarantee you'll live longer. Because if you don't, you're gonna die right now, actually. Where are you going? Oh, he's teleporting in from the side. That's what he's doing. I love that I wasn't even up here, and he was still focusing on me with his shield. Like, I was still more dangerous to him. Go get him, boys. Who's still alive? No one's still alive. We got them all. The only one who left was the Mud Skipper. It was the only thing that escaped. Oh, there was actually a stand combat freighter. Let's go get him. Why not? Take command. Me and my officers, please. The wolf officer, specifically. This should be an easy catch and kill. Like, ridiculously easy. I'll just dump that at him while I go after the other guy. The other guy's trying to run away, so I'm not gonna let that happen. You don't get to run away. You get to die. Oh no, an assault gun. Whatever will I do? Oh no, you're dead. Like I said, easy catch and kill. Probably could have done it on my own, honestly. Consider ship recovery. Afghan. Only one thing, honestly. Not too bad. We'll take it. Oh, that used a story point. Oh. Alright. Whatever. I'll take it. We'll take all of your supplies. Okay. And we'll scavenge the area. We'll drop off these metals that we don't need. Alright, let's go take a look at that jump point. I presume it was them that were hostile there at the jump point. Yeah, it was probably they were probably patrolling back and forth. Alright. Next is the derelict artifact recovery. And the independent supply we'll grab that on the way back. No, let's grab it now because we're here. It'll be faster to grab it now than come back for it later. I went to itch my nose, and that was the worst possible timing, apparently, because I'm about to slam into a hyperspace storm. Can I go around this at some point? Thank you. Ooh. A free Nebula-class civilian transport? I'll take it. Never say no to free supplies. What the hell? Okay. We're headed to Keelan. Oh, joy, a warning beacon. Where is this? Asteroid belt in the Keelan star system. Great. Okay, well, at least there's only one asteroid belt, which means finding it won't take... A jungle world. Oh, shit. An arid world. Holy crap. A comm relay. And a nav buoy. And a gate. Holy moly, this freaking planet's incredible. The system's incredible. Holy shit. Do I have enough supplies to fucking survey one of these planets? I'm fucking curious. Comm relay? Fuck yeah. High place, jungle world. I'm curious. Only takes 3 supplies. I'm fucking curious. Abundant organics. Sparse ore. Moderate rare ore. Adequate farmland, so no bonuses there. Extensive ruins. Shit, son. Leave, but we will explore the ruins. Recovery effectiveness does not affect the chance of finding rare and valuable items. Begin salvage operations. Ooh. Alright. Phase Lance. Phase PD. And was adaptive phase coils. Phase coils are less able to maintain a connection with normal space as the ship's hard flux levels rise, resulting in a greatly reduced top speed as the coils struggle to gain traction. This modification allows the coils to handle higher levels of hard flux, increasing the threshold at which speed bottoms out by 50%. For standard design coils with no other modifications, this takes the threshold from 50 to 75%. Learn. I can't learn this. Take all and ditch the organics, and then ditch some of the metal. We unfortunately can't take the heavy amount of organics. That's a lot of organics. I don't know what this is. It's either fleets or stellar shades. Ah, mirrors. Okay. Another potentially habitable world. I'm curious. Increases food production by 2. Nice. Counters the effects of hot and poor light. Habitable, high gravity, hot. E-civilized. Okay. Can you get rid of this one? Honestly, not that bad. Abundant organics. Abundant organics plus Food production, so farming and organics are both available. Moderate ore, moderate rare ore, or farmland. Oh, really? Widespread ruins. Okay. Leave. Explore the ruins. If it excludes salvage, cruise server indicates the presence of a quantity of volatiles. Ooh. Go on. 700. Also, Hegemony Auxiliary Blueprint Package. Yes, please. I'll take that. And the transmutonics and the volatiles. I'm going to go ahead and just take all the volatiles, and we'll drop off all the metal, and we'll figure out what else we're dropping, because there's no way we're leaving behind that many freaking volatiles. I actually don't want the harpoon pod. Light dual machine guns? We still need to clear up a bit of space. The light machine guns are almost there. Vulcan cannons, don't need those. These are actually worth more than the volatiles themselves. We'll drop a little bit of heavy machinery, I think. It's only 11. We can live without 11 heavy machinery. That was an excellent find. The planet is called Dreadnought. The planet is called Dreadnought. Are you freaking serious? Oh my god, this is an interesting world, isn't it? This is a supply cache that we're supposed to be looking at. Oh, there's something next to it. Oh, good. It's an unidentified thing. Run the sensor package. A button to execute the black box sensor package and wait for it to finish. Completion it provides an escrow key that authorizes agreed upon payment to be transferred to your account. Presumably, you'll transmit the scan results on a secure channel when you're near a comm relay and they delete itself from your systems. We approach the supply cache. Cache with supplies, weapons, and other equipment drifting forgotten until now. I mean, we gotta at least check, right? Oh, it's literally just straight up supplies. Okay. We can take those, and we'll drop off heavy machinery in return. Transmutonics are still worth more, yeah? Yeah, they are. Else, we don't need that many heavy machinery. And we're going to leave that alone. Barren world, volcanic world, gas giant, rocky unstable. Let's go take a look at the rocky metallic. I'm freaking curious. That's what I meant. That's what I is. I'm curious. I'm far too curious for my own good. This is an incredible system. Perform a survey. What do we have? No atmosphere, hot, and low gravity. Okay. But increase in stability. Or in, things. We can perform a survey, right? Yeah, 30 supplies. We can do that. Moderate ore, and that's it. Okay. I was really hoping for more from a rocky metallic. Let's go. Let's just leave from here. We don't need anything else here. We can just leave. Set all the cargo pods drifting through space. Or hyperspace. And away we go. Okay, then. That was, fascinating. Alright, where are we going now? We're going to Gamma Pantheon. We'll swing up and around this nebula. This hyperspace cloud. Well, at least as much as we can. Yeah, it's probably going to be faster to just go through it at this point. Which is what we're doing, so, you know. Tomato, tomato. A lot of hyperspace storms. Distress call originating in the Gamma Mangrelia star system. We were just there. That's the black hole. Also, a comm relay? We're near a comm relay currently. An owned and active comm relay. We have to be, because we just picked up stuff from the main system. Yeah, we just picked up a new bounty list. There was a comm relay in the previous system we were just in, but it wasn't active, because it was derelict. Unless someone just activated it. Which would be concerning. We can go through this way. But there are 3 people now. Hello, people on YouTube. Thank you for joining me tonight. Just playing some Starsector at the moment. We're chilling out for the rest of the night. We had some high-intensity Project Zomboid earlier tonight. Ooh, a slipstream. It's not really going where we want to go, though, sadly. Kind of is, but it's also kind of not. Oh, it ends right there anyway. That's a shame. 'Tis a shame. Head in through here. And should be pretty much right here. Gamma Pantheon. Is that not where we're going? Some distance from the center of the Gamma Pantheon star system. So that is where we're going. Some distance from the center. A barren world, a gas giant, and a rocky, unstable world. Alright. He did say he'd give us the... Oh, you know what? We actually just, neutrino detector activated. Okay, we got something in this direction. Okay, let's, 1 unit of volatiles per day. Presence of slipstreams out to a range of... Oh, detects slipstreams. 10 light years. Interesting. Don't detect any of the neutrino sources. When the fleet is traversing a slipstream, the detector is overwhelmed and shuts down. Understandable. It's probably somewhere in this direction. There could be something up there, but it's probably somewhere in this direction. Some distance from the center, it said. So we want to go this way. Could be near a planet, might not be near a planet. Really don't know. Probably want to scan kind of around this region. I presume it doesn't mean, like, out here somewhere. Because the star system is this small. Because that's the... Yeah, that's the outer system jump point right there. Let's put on the neutrino detector real quick. There's something over here. That's a planet. Pointing at the planet right there. Something in this direction. Could be a false signal. It's a good thing we just found all those volatiles. Can't be this far out, can it? Could be. Probably isn't, though. Yeah, probably not that far out. It's saying it's all the way out there. I don't think it is. We kind of went around everywhere else, didn't we? Lost in Space could easily be the name of this series. Right here when we were out in this area. Just wandering around in space. Head up around the planet this time. No point in backtracking on ourselves. Yes, I know. I paid the crew their money. That's fine. It's almost like I actually pay my people. Vector. Hang on. Manticore class destroyer. That's what I'm here for. Alright. Your fleet intercepts the derelict. Your sensors officer runs a deep active scan. Noting red hot volumes and structure damage. This is a fresh, warm Hulk as derelicts go. Your ops chief sees the look you are about to give and orders the salvage team to bring extra work drones for the hot sectors. You follow the sweep of salvage teams through the Hulk, flicking through display feeds of dead passageways clouded by ghostly debris. The mission target is exactly where it was supposed to be, but you suspect the glaze of carbon silica on the facing wall was not an intended byproduct of the experiment. The Domain-era forge component appears to be largely intact. Your ops chief personally oversees packaging and extraction of the target. All it remains is to return to Glacia Academy. Which means there's probably going to be... Oh, actually, there's a whole ship here I can salvage still. Whoop. Begin salvage operations. Thank you. I'll be taking that. How much of the volatiles did we burn through? Less than 100. Alright. Hello. Ah, you're a ghost in the warp. Alright. I think that's everything. Oh, office promotion candidate. Oh, potential contact. Vaca Snyder and Ryan Arroyo. Developed you will occasionally have work for you. As relation improves, you may gain access to better opportunities. I don't think I'm worried about these two at the moment. Faction type, military and trade, and underworld. Not worried about them at the moment. Derelict offer. What are you? Junior officer, Monday Deimos, has distinguished himself recently and is worthy of consideration for the command of a ship. Helmsmanship. Timid. What in my fleet would be good with a timid commander? Let me ponder for a moment. What would be good with a timid commander? The Vigilance, maybe? Vigilance is a long-range ship. If I slotted it out with something, like, even longer range than the Harpoon Pod. That might be not a bad idea. The Manticore could be a prospect for a timid commander. We could train him so that or mentor him so that he's cautious instead of timid. That's actually not a bad idea. I don't mind the idea of that. Let's promote you to ship command. Requires a story point. It's fine. We got 19 of those. Let's go ahead and assign you to the fan, please. Monday Demos. What do you have? You got helmsmanship? Yeah. Helmsmanship's not a bad thing to have on any ship. Let's move you to caution. Caution instead of timid. Timid, attempt to avoid direct engagements if at all possible, even if commanding a combat vessel. And timid, caution. This in combat, this officer will prefer to stay out of enemy range, occasionally moving in and out, if outranged by the enemy. Yeah, so that's fine using the long range ship, the sniper ship, so to speak. That's fine with me. All right, let's leave you like that. Okay. From there, that's all of our various things done. We just have to run back to the Glacia Academy now. And also sell off all these volatiles that are in my stock, that are now in my cargo hold. Burning a hole in my pocket. Out of curiosity. There's a slipstream in this general direction, looks like. Okay, I need one going this way, so not really going to worry about that at the moment. Gonna just burn bright in this direction. Burn hard to the left. You can tell it's a ghost in the warp because it's not being slowed down or moved by the storms. Oh, it's gone. It's also gone. Ice giant. And a neutron star? Nah, I'm good, thanks. A blue giant. It's a big old star. Head through here. And we're almost home free. There we go. Let's head into Pontus's gravity well. We're going to Pontus, turn the transponder on, might as well. Oh, who's this? Academy Shuttle Service. Ah, fair enough. They're escorting people with a frickin' Buffalo Mark II as their only combat ship. And they've got a Wayfarer, that's barely a ship. They've got 2 kites, I guess. I guess it's an in-system thing, you know. As your fleet follows the automated instructions of local traffic control into a parking orbit, your comms officer calls for your attention. Captain, comms officer says, it's the Academic and Sebastian. He'd like to speak with you. Academic Sebastian appears, fidgeting in your display. Captain, hello, how are you? He says, then stammers. I'm sorry, I'm supposed to ask you, Provost Baird, let me meet with you concerning a very important development. If you would please come meet her as soon as possible, at your convenience, that'd be wonderful. He pauses for breath. That's it. I'm sure we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye. You managed to close the comms link with unusually little small talk from Sebastian. Open the comm directory. I'd like to talk to Sebastian, please. I have a mission to turn in. Your open comms to Academic and Sebastian. It's like, don't you hang up on me, Sebastian. I have a mission to talk to you about. Academic and Sebastian glances between the 2 data pads he's holding, one in each hand. Captain, you have no idea how worried the phase physics department was about whatever it is. He considers for a moment. A domain-era forge component. They'll be absolutely delighted when I tell them no, you found it. First, though, I'll let the finance office know to release your payment. Sebastian improved by 7, independence improved by 3. We're up to 61 with the independence. Fantastic. Continue. Ask about available jobs. I'm guessing she's going to say, oh no, actually we're allowed to. Okay. We are allowed to, but we're not going to do that right now. We got to go talk to Provost. Inform an agent that the Provost is expecting you for a meeting. Oh, the junior academy agent raises their eyebrows at you, making a show of believing your statement while checking their datapad. Oh, you see the truth register on their face. Oh, yes, immediately. Please, ma'am, if you'd be so kind as to come with me right away, we'll get you to your meeting with Provost Baird. You're to the Provost's office again. Baird's desk is messier than usual, covered in memory cores, interfacing devices, and an anonymous matte gray case. Good, now that you're here, I believe Gargoyle should be joining us via comms. Baird's eyes flick annoyed to a portable holocomms unit on her desk where an image of the hacker's head is intently paying attention to something else. Baird turns fully towards you and begins her speech. Having examined the decrypted Calator archive, this catches Gargoyle's attention. We now have hard leads on a certain collaboration my predecessor carried out with senior executives of the Tri-Tachyon Corporation. Tri-Tachyon pursued research forbidden by the hegemony at a location outside the core worlds referred to only by codename Alpha Site. The archived communications have been algorithmically stripped of contextual descriptions. However, Baird pauses, seeming to relish in the moment of knowing something you do not. Wait it out. There are many signs that an individual with the surname Astrea is involved, who we're almost certain is, Gargoyle interrupts, Khalees Astrea, former weapons engineer employed at the Kulan Starforge in the Hypersol system by Tri-Tach, and rather underpaid in light of how essential the suits seemed to have thought she was to their project. Baird sets her jaw. Thank you, Gargoyle, she says. Kindly elaborate for the captain here. The hacker grins. Love to. So, TT fired Khalees over some incident, but if you look at her credit reports, a couple taps and the display fills with tables and numbers, there are recurring payments. We're talking a massive credit, something to do with Project Ziggurat, whatever that is. It sure makes up for her low salary at Kulan. And, using one hand to slide the volume control of the holocom unit down, Baird keeps her gaze on you. We think Khalees Astrea was promoted to this Alpha Site, she says. Obviously, there are others involved, but she's a senior ordnance engineer that's clearly connected to the project, and her infosec practices were sloppy. I wanted to know what Tri-Tachyon was doing at this Alpha Site. Our best lead so far is Khalees Astrea. Go to Hypersil and find out where she's disappeared to. Someone must know where she's gone, or someone has evidence of her intentions. Tri-Tachyon watches everyone. Someone will be willing to sell you that information. Baird turns and stares through the shade diamond matrix windows, overlooking the annexes and concourse of the Glacier Academy. I'm sure you can find her for me, Captain, just like you found Carouse. Do you have any other leads? Do you have any idea what this research was for? Gargoyle, do you have any information? The hacker appears to speak, but is muted. Gargoyle's head gives Baird an annoyed look. I'm sure you can contact Gargoyle in your own time, Captain, she says without looking at you or the holocom display. Do you have any other leads? For now, Baird says, no. Carouse's team is working on something else that came up in the Calator archive, but Baird's back still turned, rubs her spectacles thoughtfully. It would be premature for you to speculate. I shall let you know when it can be put to use, Captain. Any idea what this research was for? I have a strong theory, says Provost Baird, but I don't want to bias your investigation. She gives you a look over her shoulder. Judging by the resources Tri-Tachyon put into this project, it will either be a groundbreaking discovery or a vast disappointment. Got everything I need? Then you should proceed, Captain, says the Provost. You feel the doors open behind you, a guard waiting to escort you from the office. Project Ziggurat. Open the comm directory to Gargoyle. You enter the ID, hands hovering over the glowing confirm sigil. Your consoles are nods, ready to respond to whatever surprise Gargoyle thinks would be amusing to send through the link this time. The display is resolves to form from a mesmerizing fractal battleground to a familiar face grinning impishly at you. Ah, the videos. Are you back to find something interesting to do? I have all sorts of wonderful ideas. What was that you were saying about Project Ziggurat? The Provost doesn't think it's important. Let me explain. Maybe you should just fly off to Hypersil without knowing anything but the name of one crackpot weapons engineer. No, go ahead. I'll wait. Tell me how it goes. The silence draws out for nearly 3 seconds before Gargoyle begins ranting again. Imagine letting you con me into the data heist of a lifetime. Set a nice fire up under the high hegemon's chair, didn't it? Then I decrypt the previous archive of the guy whose job she stole, not asking what I thought of the contents, which I read, mostly. Can you believe it? Typical. She thinks she knows everything. The hacker slumps, sulking. I'd like to hear about what you found, Gargoyle. Gargoyle looks at you. Yeah? I value your expertise. Gargoyle sits up. Thank you, Captain. Project Ziggurat. Now that's a story. Creation with Gargoyle improved by 1. Yay. It's because saving his life didn't affect anything. Sorry, I just love his voice. The logs were scrubbed pretty hard before even Calator got to them. I mean, there are logs between the Tri-Tach contacts and the Calator, and then there's a whole other set of internal Tri-Tach comms. Must have had some good connections, probably a mole or 3. Those execs would throw each other out the airlock in a second if they thought they'd boost their own career, and it might. Anyway, he leans in, speaking with quiet drama. Project Ziggurat scared them. If you read between the lines, the hacker makes a self-satisfied expression. The initial phase of the project utilized a handful of AI cores of various grades. Guess what? Self-deleted. Tri-Tachyon thinks they're not supposed to be able to do that, but a wobbly hand gesture. Negotiable. Amazing what seemingly innocuous hardware can be made to do when you think outside the box. But what makes an AI delete itself? Gargoyle leans in closer. Whatever Project Ziggurat is, that's what. Spooky, right? You've given me a lot to think about. You're welcome, Captain. Gargoyle leans back, grinning again, and flips through floating holo displays. Can you help me find Khalees Astrea? You asked! Oh, joy of joys! Gargoyle rocks back and forth, as if at the throes of ecstasy. That's all it takes, asking nicely, you know. It's not everyone that can bring themselves to do that. Gargoyle smiles spitefully, then pauses, visibly calms down, and puts on a facade of professionalism. It's an honor to assist you with this mission, Captain. I will do my duty to my utmost. Good, so you can help. The officer acts as drop as the hacker picks up a data pad. This doesn't have to be difficult. It's Tri-Tach. They'll sell anything. Just ask my buddy Arario. He's a Tri-Tach goon, top to bottom. He'll know who to bribe. Gargoyle tosses the data pad onto the desk, looking satisfied. Glad I could help, Captain. I'm sure I'll prove essential to your success. I'll be honest, it was a little underwhelming. Thank you. Cut the comm link. I don't want to sass Gargoyle. Gargoyle, I feel like Gargoyle and our character would be like two peas in a pod. Like, look at this lady. Does she look like she wouldn't get along with Gargoyle? On levels of sassing every single person within a uniform? I'm just saying, look at her, look at Gargoyle, look at Provost Baird. They are easily going to sass everybody. Also, I just want to point out, I feel like it's a small immersion thing in my head, but I feel like my Marines would have that same color, like the same red color of my body, of my neck, of my collar on, as like on like their shoulder pads. It'd be like red, and they'd have spikes on the shoulder pads. This is what I'm assuming. But I feel like my bodyguards would look very much red and spiky. Anyway. With that, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, it is late, and I do have to obey the sound ordinances, which means tonight is over, unfortunately. So, until next time, I've been to Videos. I hope you'll join me again later, tomorrow specifically, for more Starsector. Until then, have a pleasant morning, afternoon, evening, and good night.